Icemen. On defense, number 8, Zach Berzola. Also on defense, number 15, Jacob Panetta. At forward, number 9, Luke Lynch. At forward, number 16, Derek Lodermeyer. And at forward, number 24, Travis Howe. In goal tonight for your Icemen, number 1, Charles Williams. Jacksonville is coached by Nick Luco. The assistant coach is Brandon Nashinter.
Good evening, everyone. It is game 2 of the South Division semifinals. The playoffs are here. The Kelly Cup playoffs as the Jacksonville Icemen host the Atlanta Gladiators. Jacksonville came away with a 3-2 victory last night in game 1 of this series. They'll look to take a not quite commanding 2-0 lead, but certainly it would be a place that the Icemen would like to be. We'll have your opening face-off in a moment. First, let's bring you down for a moment of silence and your national anthem.
Now, at this time, we ask that you continue standing as we honor America and all the brave men and women who've served our country with the singing of our national anthem. Presented by the Duval County Supervisor of Elections. Remember, July 25th is the last day to register to vote for the August 23rd primary election. Performing tonight's anthem is Chuck Baxter. Presenting the colors this evening is the Fleming Island JROTC.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we'd watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
We are ready for hockey as the Icemen already up 1-0 in this best-of-7 series. An opportunity to go up by a couple as we get ready for the opening face-off. And I bring in my broadcast partner, Alex Reed. Amazing that you're here before the game even begins, Reeder. This is remarkable. Not on assignment, at least not at the moment, but it's great to have you here, and it is great to have Jacksonville on top 1-0, holding serve at home last night.
Yeah, without question, Arlie, this game really ramped up in the third period of last night's game on all fronts, and Jacksonville, putting together a great period of hockey and coming away with the win in a great come-from-behind fashion, which is very encouraging there. And, of course, Atlanta, they had their opportunities down the stretch, and Francois Broussard, who was a goaltender last night, was able to shut the door on those chances, and Jacksonville came away on top. And, again, they got the momentum right now in the series, and that's what the Ice have to remember, though, too, and you can look at it on either way. If you're Atlanta as well, it's a playoff series, not a playoff game. So still a lot of work to be done.
And the Icemen took a pretty decent personnel blow today, of course, with Francois Broussard getting called up to Hartford of the American Hockey League. He was brilliant last night. I think he really was a key component to Jacksonville winning that game yesterday. So Charles Williams has to step in tonight. He has been great at times this year. His last great game was actually in Atlanta about 3 weeks ago. I thought he was sensational in that game, and he's going to have to be that way again tonight.
Yeah, he will. And you know what? He's a guy that has a lot of playoff experience. He's got 20 games of playoff experience during his time with the Manchester Monarchs. during the 2018 and 2019 playoffs. So he's been in this position before. We know what he's capable of, and he'll look to do a great effort here tonight for Jacksonville.
Puck is down. We are underway. Jacksonville has the puck. They'll kick it out of their end to the Atlanta blue line. Referees tonight, again, a 2-referee system in the postseason. Trevor Wolford, along with Cameron Fleming, are your referees. Linesmen are Brady Fagan and Logan Berkowitz. We have an icing call against Atlanta. Faceoff will be in the Gladiator zone, just 21 seconds in. One other lineup change for Jacksonville tonight. Austin McEnany is out. Victor Hadfield is in, but other than that, no changes. But the goaltending is different for both teams as Atlanta goes with Joe Murdaka tonight. After Chris Nell, I thought actually played pretty well last night, but he did give up one goal that maybe he'd like to have back. And I don't know if that's the difference or not, but it's Murdaka tonight for the Gladiators. Jacksonville trying to cycle the puck around the boards. Atlanta swings it away. Jacob Friend gets a piece of it, trying to keep it in. Comes over the blue line and out. Is this going to be icing again? It will be. So Jacksonville gets a couple of offensive zone face-offs here. We seeing Brendan Harris on the ice right now, Reader. He single-handedly put the Icemen from a 1-goal deficit to a 1-goal advantage early in the third period last night. What a showing from him.
Yeah, it was big time, scoring the game-tying and game-winning goal. Great job for him to get the momentum right back in Jacksonville's corner. And that was a big-time play. And you need big-time plays. You need guys to step up. It may not always be the guys you depend on, but what a great acquisition for the team mid-season in Brandon Harris.
Jacksonville keeping the puck along the boards. Atlanta now gets a steal. It is Campbell shoveling it up on the backhand. With the help of Sheen, they will work it to the neutral zone. Jacksonville wristing it right back in, and Craig Martin's first on the puck. Touch pass for Howard-Chuck. Turns to his forehand, gets tripped up on the play right in front of the referee. No call there. I think he maybe got a toe pick more than anything else, and the Gladiators skated in. Shot towards goal, deflected wide of the net of Charles Williams. Comes to the near side wall. Tapadej holds it in. He'll rim it around and reverse it. Collision for the puck. It comes free to the Icemen. Brendan Harris with some speed. Over the line for Martin. It's going to be offside. And then Martin gets hit after the whistle by Tapadej as well. Marty was trying to get that puck over the blue line before he made a move. He kind of lost the handle just at the last second, and that cost him.
It did. And you know, sometimes these rushes, it's all about timing, and it's all about how the flow is going in. And one little misstep there, one little thing that can kind of maybe not be clean can throw off the entire timing of the rush there. It's exactly what happened. Too bad. Looked to be maybe something that the Icemen could have done something with and challenged Murdaka.
Icemen come out with a line of James Sanchez, Abbott Gerdukis, and Aaron Nazarian. Atlanta has the puck. Cody Sylvester, one of their veteran players. They have many of them. They are very veteran reliant on this roster. The Icemen almost the exact opposite. Just a bunch of second and third year players. Reader, you addressed this and had a great statistic going into this series about the man games played in the playoffs, 117-13 in favor of Atlanta, at least for skaters. That does not include Charles Williams, the goaltender for Jacksonville. Icemen with the puck in the offensive zone. It's Gerdukis behind the net, centering pass. Goes off the side of the net, but he gets it right back. On his backhand, it's Gerdukis. Leaving it off the boards for Sanchez. Tries the seam pass. It goes to an opposite wing. Comes loose off the boards and out towards the blue line, but it's held in. Jacksonville with a 2-on-1 in tight. Gerdukis looks to center. Nazarian is there. He is held up on the play. Excellent work there from Cody Sylvester. I thought that was a clean play by Sylvester, and I think he prevented a goal for Jacksonville there.
Yeah, great job to get in the lane and recognize what the Icemen were trying to set up there. And it was all on a turnover. Good job by Giles to get that play started to keep it in and allow that chance to happen. But great job by Sylvester on the other side to prevent it from even getting on goal.
We have an icing call against the Icemen. Clock stops with 17 minutes, 17 seconds to go. Again, game 2 of this best-of-7 series. The Icemen winning game 1 last night. The first 4 games all here in Jacksonville due to a scheduling conflict with Atlanta's arena. So the Icemen have a glittering opportunity to take a very large lead in this series if they can get the job done at home. But that's the rub, is getting it done at home. They did get it taken care of last night. They need to do it 3 times in a row. Things work out perfectly. Jacksonville may not ever even see the city of Atlanta again the rest of this season. Icemen with the puck. Giles with a lead pass ahead. Goes off a leg, comes loose to center. It is Ian McKinnon for Victor Hadfield. McKinnon had a goal last night as well. That was an important one late in the first period. Bouncing puck at the blue line. Jacksonville holds it in for the moment. Comes off a leg, and it now belongs to the Gladiators. Maybe a 3-on-2 if they hustle. Gertler at the right circle. Rister is over the crossbar on a deflection. Held in by Bernard. He'll flip it to an open wing. Panetta jams at it, leaves it for Howardchuk at the blue line, over the blue line, offside against Atlanta. And then Howe with some pushing and shoving with an Atlanta player. I believe that that's Campbell. At the pregame warm-up, I don't know if this will mean anything or not. Maybe yes, maybe no, but things got a little heated late last night. And then in the pregame warm-ups tonight, it was Travis Howe along with Ian McKinnon right at the red line, having a nice, maybe friendly, maybe not quite as friendly conversation with both Dalton and Josh Thrower. 2-on-2. We'll just keep it a conversation for now.
Yeah.
And don't know if anything will come of that or not, but it is something to definitely keep note of as this game develops and as the series develops for that matter.
Well, that game took a pretty spicy edge there in the third period, and as the teams really started to crank it up in the intensity as the game was going on, I would expect much more to that continue to grow.
Jacksonville has the puck in their own end. Good defense there from Jacob Panetta as Harris plays it out. No icing here as it goes behind the net of Joe Murdaka. Big hit from Martin, nearly forced a turnover. Atlanta does have an icing because of it, so at least he forced the icing. And now what are we going to have? Is there going to be a penalty? Maybe too many men? I thought I saw referee Cameron Fleming motion towards a bench somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe it's just something that I thought I saw and I missed.
I think they were trying to police the Atlanta players trying to get a change after the icing whistle there and try to sneak some guys off. And I think Atlanta was trying to pull that move, but the officiating crew was all over that.
Gerdukas on the face-off for Jacksonville, but the Gladiators have it. Campbell lofts it out to center. It bounces there, and it goes right to Sang-Hoon Sheen. He'll forehand it in. No shots on net for either team. We're 4.5 minutes into the contest. Jacob Friend up the left side. It deflects into the Gladiator zone. Gerdukas gives chase to Padish, beats him to it. Swings it around the near side. Setting up Sheen, or Neely rather, who takes a big bump from Sanchez. Sanchez has been playing a little more physical as well. Like to see that from his game. He is a big player. Centering feed from Atlanta. Deflects right to Williams. He will glove it and take the face-off. I guess we'll call that a shot on goal. It is the first shot on net for either club with 15:09 to go in the first period. Bit of a slow start here for both teams. I don't mind that from Jacksonville's perspective, especially from Charles Williams' perspective. Just a chance to kind of get your feet settled a little bit. Very interested to see how he performs out there tonight because he didn't necessarily expect to be starting this game. And the last time he was out on the ice was in Orlando about a week and a half or so ago. It was not his best performance. So I know he is very anxious to kind of turn things around out there. And again, on short notice, it's going to be very curious to see how he performs.
Yeah, it's very short notice. He was, helping the warm-up session here this morning at the morning skate, helping the scratch guys get ready to go. But then Coach Luco came onto the bench, called him over and says, hey, you got to come off now because Broussard's being called up. So he was already kind of getting a workout in today. And then they had to get him off the ice pretty quickly because it was looking more and more like he was going to be starting. And of course, it ended up being that he is.
Icemen with it at center ice. It is Lodermeyer tossing it for Lynch. He's onside on the right wing. He'll track it down in the right wing corner, trying to work it free to the blue line, but there was nobody home. It comes all the way into the Jacksonville's end for Jacob Panetta. No score, 14:39 to go in the first period. Panetta, D-to-D for Zach Berzola, who's really stepped his game up. Berzola is over the line. He'll rim it around to the far side corner. Craig Martin gives chase. Gertler beats him by a stride. Loose at the blue line, and the Glads are able to work it free to neutral ice. It's Hadfield for the Icemen. Cross ice for Berzola. Craig Martin starts the rush. Got clipped on the play. Penalty coming on Atlanta. Martin hopefully is okay. It's going to be a power play for Jacksonville. Martin does get up. Shot on net from Jacksonville. Saved by Murdaka. There's your touch from Gertler. It's a power play for Jacksonville. More important, we have to check the health of Craig Martin, who is back up on his feet. And good thing, because that was a dangerous hit.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous situation there when you get those clips and the knee-on knees, and oh boy, you just don't like it at all there. Guys can really hyperextend an injury there in that situation, or even worse. In that case, didn't appear to be too bad. Martin's going to be able to remain out there, but again, it is the penalty, and they've got to call it. And the Icemen 0 for 7 on the power play last night. Arlie, this is an area that's they got to really ramp up a little bit here.
And I actually wonder if Atlanta might start taking some liberties with the penalties, knowing that Jacksonville's power play is struggling, where maybe they do things just like what we saw, a kneeing penalty, something you don't see all that often. It's a 2-minute minor. Jacksonville now on the power play. It is Martin, who is fine, thank goodness. Chipping it in behind the Atlanta net. Harris tries to swing it around, but the Gladiators take it away, looking for a stretch pass for Tapadic. Instead, skating with it is Sylvester. Shorthanded bid, wrister, and a great skate save made by Williams with the right leg. Rebound comes for the Icemen. It is Gerdukis in his own zone. So a good, sharp save there from Williams. Low to the stick side, and he's able to reach out with the right leg and keep it out of the net. Atlanta tries to clear it around. It is poked free by the Icemen. It's held in at the blue line. Panetta for Gerdukis. Back to Panetta, center point. He's on his backhand. He'll flip it for Gerdukis in the right wing corner. He lost the handle briefly. Now Atlanta works it free. It is Holscher who will turn and loft it out of the zone. A solid minute to go on this power play. Williams leaving the puck there for Brandon Fortunato. Fortunato for Derek Lodermeyer. To the blue line, offside. Lodermeyer lost the handle as he skated in. And this Iceman power play, again, a bit of a sputtering situation. They need to figure out how to try and get this thing unhinged and back to it where it can be an efficient-looking power play.
Yeah, just having a tough time just even getting set up and going here. And trust me, it's not due to a lack of effort. I mean, they're working on it in practice. It just hasn't really materialized yet. Iceman fortunate that was offside. So that it was offside because Atlanta got that puck and they tapped it, and Juan noticed it, and he would have been off to the races the other way to get that puck on a shorthanded chance. And we know what a danger he and Sylvester can be in those situations.
The team is second in the league in shorthanded goals with 19 in the regular season. Jacksonville keeps the puck in for the moment. Can they continue to do so? It's bouncing at the blue line. Lynch gets a piece of it, holds it for Fortunato. Fortunato takes a man down, no call. Gladiators get the puck, and they'll rim it off the boards and out. I was expecting a call there from Fortunato. I think the Icemen kind of got away with one there. Now it's the Icemen through center ice. Sanchez with a self-pass off the boards. Well done. Off the end boards, looking to move it to the opposite side. Atlanta gets a piece of it. Knocked free by Jacksonville. Not out yet. Into the left wing corner. Teams are going to be at full strength as Gertler comes out of the penalty box, but Jacksonville still has the puck in the offensive zone. We are at 5-on-5. Friend looking to go into the right circle for Sanchez. Wrister deflected on Gale. Save is made. Rebound trickles wide. Getting a piece of that was Lodermeyer on the way in. He might be Jacksonville's best player with redirects and tip-ins in front of the goal, and he had a good redirect there. Shots on goal now at 2-2 as Williams plays it all the way to the Atlanta blue line to Howarchuk. He'll forehand it in. Murdaka leaving it for Dalton Thrower. Crazy bounce off the boards. Jacksonville keeps it in because of it. Wrist shot is blocked in front, and the Gladiators skate through center ice. Gertler from the red line. He'll forehand in. Williams out of his net. He'll swing it around for Giles. Giles can't quite keep a handle to it. Hadfield will give it a try on the near side, jamming at it with one hand on the stick. Still tied up at the near side boards. Giles hits a body on a man. Hadfield ends up coming away with the puck. He'll chip it off glass and out to the Atlanta line. 11:08 to go in the first period. Still 0-0. It's Turner. He played defense last night. He's playing forward tonight because Josh Thrower is back in action for the Gladiators. Thrower had to serve a one-game suspension yesterday because of accumulated fights on the last game of the regular season. So Turner going up front this time. Jeff Pyle not afraid to do that as the Icemen get the steal in the offensive zone. It's Gerdukis on his backhand, leaving it for Panetta. Closes towards goal. Wrister in a screen is blocked. Ends up right off the top of the net, bounced right in top of the crease, but the Icemen couldn't get the puck free. Berzola double teamed on the play, still swings it free. It's Howe to the blue line. Gerdukis to the left, Wrister on net. Blocker save is made by Murdaka. Rebound cleared up the wall and out by Zach Yoder, and Atlanta will play it into the zone. Some good pressure there from the Icemen as Panetta flips it for Gerdukis. Indirect feed for Ian McKinnon, setting up Howe. He'll deflect in. And chasing after it is Howe against Tapadic. Howe looking for the steal. Tapadic just gets away. We've got a fight coming. It's Ian McKinnon against Jacob Graves. Didn't see Graves as part of the equation.
He's a tough kid.
They're squaring up at the Atlanta blue line. McKinnon comes in, big right hand, a second from McKinnon, then a left jab from McKinnon. Graves hasn't come in with anything just yet. McKinnon has him tied up. Big right roundhouse from McKinnon again. Another right that misses, another right from McKinnon. Graves can't get anything. Uppercut from McKinnon, pounding away at Graves. McKinnon looking for one more. Oh, and he connects again. Ian McKinnon all over Jacob Graves here. Graves holding on for dear life. McKinnon wants one more. He's got it. They threw off the buckets on this as well. McKinnon continuing to pound away. I don't know if Graves ever got a punch even thrown, let alone landed. And this crowd is going absolutely berserk.
Wow, what a nice spirited tussle there. I can tell you, Jacob Graves, he's a big kid, doesn't fight all the time. It's not his role, but he is pretty tough. He can handle himself that time. He never got loose at time, and McKinnon getting the crowd into this one here as he really kind of dominated the offensive part of that fight. A couple crushing blows in there. Most of them are some glancing ones, but man, oh man, that was a good little tilt there between those two guys. And like I said, I didn't expect to see that one involved there with Graves based on all the stuff we saw in the pregame warm-up. He wasn't part of that equation, but he answered the call here for his club and got this crowd right into it.
Yeah, and this crowd actually didn't have a whole lot to cheer for in the first 10 minutes, but they are buzzing right now, and the playoff intensity has just ratcheted up in the last 90 seconds.
Yeah, a little click, click, it's up a notch or two. There you go, as we expected, Arlie, and you know, it took a couple periods for him to get going in last night's game. When the things really got ramped up in the third, all the teams really ended up going at it. But you can just tell the intensity, the extracurriculars, all that was all coming into play. And so right here, this crowd getting on their feet here and getting behind Ian McKinnon, who's given up some size, by the way. And most of his fights he does, but boy, oh boy, he's tough. He can handle just about anyone.
McKinnon did have a few extra pounds in that fight. But man, I'll tell you what, that was a decisive TKO for Ian McKinnon as the Icemen drive it into the Atlanta zone. I believe each of those players will get 7 minutes each, 5 for fighting and 2 for removing the helmet. Jacksonville now in the offensive zone. Berzola gets hit up high, no call at all. The Icemen try to keep the puck in the zone. At the line, it is Gerdukis looking for Nazarian. Turnaround shot blocked in front. Gerdukis gets it back, looking to feed a man. Comes to the blue line, Berzola with a wrister. Goes wide of the net. Friend with a turnaround shot, or Sanchez rather. And it goes to the opposite wing, and the Gladiators come away with it. The Icemen playing much better these last handful of shifts as Jacksonville gets a turnover in their favor at their own blue line. They'll toss it back into the Atlanta end. 9:04 to go in a scoreless first period. Puck is at center. Atlanta hasn't, what do we have there?
Hal checked an Atlanta player along the boards. Stopped, looked right at Jacob Graves sitting in the penalty box, said something to him, and he got Graves up in arms there. But he made a point to make eye contact with Graves, and he said something that Graves didn't like.
Here's Fortunato looking for Lynch behind the Atlanta net. I love that. Talking even from penalty box to ice surface in the middle of play.
I don't think I've ever seen that. That was pretty good during the middle of play.
And now it's Howe bumping with somebody else. That's Gertler. Don't poke the bear, Mr. Gertler. I don't think you want any piece of that. Turner now steps in against Howe. Howe drops the stick of Gertler. And then Howe pointing at the entire Atlanta bench. And the officials are telling Howe to head to the bench before you create anything else. The intimidation factor is in effect right now for Jacksonville. Atlanta is a tough team. Josh and Dalton Thrower is as tough as they come. But the Icemen are as tough as they come also. Face off in the Gladiator zone. Atlanta wins it, they'll play it to center. The Icemen right back. Excellent work there by Friend, dancing around one man. Then it's broken up by Bernard. Bernard plays it to the Icemen blue line. Fortunato will play it off the wall for Howardchuk. And now it's Graves chirping with some of the fans at the Atlanta penalty box as Jacksonville clears it in. The fans have him rattled too. I see Whiteboard man in there as well. A couple other fans that are giving them the business as Icemen are called for offside here. And I believe we're going to go to break with 8:05 to go in period number 1. No goals, but plenty of fireworks. It is 0-0 between the Icemen and Atlanta Gladiators. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 34th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; Athletic Knit, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2022 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Flow Sports, the exclusive streaming provider of the ECHL; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider. Handbid, the official mobile auction app. Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team. Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider. In Glasgow, official puck provider. My Gray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys. Sideline Swap, official online marketplace of the ECHL. And Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL and title sponsor of the 2022 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv.
Arlie Johnson with you, along with Alex Reed. Game 2 of the South Division semifinals. The Icemen and Atlanta Gladiators are scoreless with 8:05 to go in the first. But plenty of action in this one already, as the Icemen swing it around the left side in their own zone. It's Howarchuk tape to tape for Craig Martin. Martin takes a big hit, keeps his feet, however, keeps the play on side as well as he works it free for Harris. Harris trying to knock it loose for Martin in the right wing corner, stepping in his Fortunato to hold the zone, trying to tap it free, looking for Harris. Harris loses it to Atlanta. They'll play it to the blue line and just over the line. The Icemen get it right back. It's Jacob Friend feeding for Howarchuk. He'll backhand in. Harris chases after it against Campbell. Campbell takes a rub out from Harris, working it to the right wing corner. Big hit there from Howarchuk into the right wing corner. Atlanta brings it around the boards. It's held in by Jacksonville. They'll play it down low for Nazarian. He's by himself for the moment. Tries to beat a 1-on-2 battle. Nearly did. He got by the first defender behind the net, but couldn't get by the second. The Icemen now with a turnover. Nazarian underneath Gerdukas, and he puts it over the crossbar. Great setup. Gerdukas had to go high with that shot. Gerdukas gets it right back. From the circle, Rister goes wide. Murdaka actually may have gotten a piece of it, and it ends up out of play. And this line of Aaron Nazarian, James Sanchez, and Abbott Gerdukas is flying in the early going.
Yeah, they really are, creating some opportunities and some momentum and chances, winning battles in the corner there. That was a great job there. And I like the play selection call there by Gerdukas. Try to go high on that one. He didn't have a lot of space and time. Just try to angle it up there, and top shelf just kind of sky hooked it a little bit too much.
Had the right idea. High degree of difficulty. Murdaka, to his credit, got from post to post quite well, covering away at least the low portion of the net. So 6:52 to go in the first period. I'm incredulous at the shot total, or lack of shot total. 3 apiece. Defenses are playing well, but Jacksonville has, without question, had the better opportunities. They've just missed a couple of shots, including that one just then from Gerdukas.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great chance down there, but again, both teams kind of keeping one another in check here. And these are two defensive-minded teams, Harley, and it feels like the Icemen would have more, but they've taken some. They just all haven't gotten on goal there to make them official shots. So, but boy, oh boy, the energy and the life really escalated quickly here. Really after that fight there between McKinnon and Graves, and it just seems like everybody's fully engaged now. It's officially on. Because you had mentioned that slow start. Seemed like both teams kind of maybe getting a feel, trying to ease into this one. And boy, oh boy, did it change quickly.
Yeah, that is over now, without a doubt. Face-off in the Gladiator zone. Jacksonville's had a lot of offensive zone face-offs in this first period as well. Looking to take advantage of that. Sometimes it's just little things like that that can result in a goal. And the Icemen do win the face-off. Centering feed. Nazarian tried to redirect it, couldn't do it. Comes behind the Atlanta net to Potage, loses the handle briefly, but he's got a teammate helping him out at the blue line. Berzola, what a play to hold that puck in. At the left point, it is Berzola. Rister in a screen, looking for a deflection from Gerdukas. It goes into the corner instead. Sanchez knocks it behind the net. Gerdukas kicks it onto his stick. Beautifully done there by Gerdukas. Cycling it for Nazarian, trying to work away from Dalton Thrower. Thrower knocks it free. Berzola gets it back. Looking for Nazarian. It's finally cleared over the head of Berzola back to the Jacksonville line. The Icemen come back into the zone. It's Nazarian. Bumped off the puck as Sangoon Sheen sends it away for Derek Nesbitt. Sheen and Nesbitt were the 2 goal scorers for Atlanta last night as Nesbitt cleared in, and Williams got a piece of it, and it broke free of him and didn't miss the net by much on that center ice toss-in. Took a crazy bounce in front of Williams as the Icemen play it into the Atlanta zone. Comes free for Lodermeyer at the blue line. Circles to the top of the circle. Rister in a screen. Murdaka knocks it aside. Rebound for the Gladiators. Gertler gets it to center ice. He'll backhand in. Giles is first on the puck. He'll swing it for Hadfield around the back of the net. Hadfield sends it ahead. Poked free by Lynch, stolen by Atlanta. Playing it underneath. It is Turner with a shot. Great save by Williams. No rebound. That was his second tester of the game. First one with a right skate early in the contest, and then that one there had to stand tall in front of Michael Turner to keep this one 0-0. We'll go to break and return in a moment. 5.5 minutes to go in the first. It's 0-0. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey. Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Icemen action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
Just be positive. Your Community First Mortgage champions make sure you get a great rate, a quick close, and can save you about $3,000 in closing costs. Apply at communityfirstfl.org. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
0-0, face-off in the Icemen zone. It is the Icemen controlling it. Friend works it around the left side. Lodermeyer golfs it out. Howe tries to get it free. He does for Lynch. Lynch over the blue line. Tried to step around McAvoy, but he forgot the puck along the way. He overskated it, and the Gladiators will clear in. Fortunato redirects right back out. Comes free into the Atlanta, and no icing here. Campbell's got all day to the left of his netminder. He'll feed it ahead for McAvoy. No relation, I don't believe anyway, to Charlie McAvoy of the Boston Bruins. Although I guess you never know, but I know McAvoy, the Bruins player from Long Island. This McAvoy, born in Kentucky, the hotbed of hockey. Atlanta with the puck behind the Jacksonville net. Icemen try to work it free. It rolls to Williams. We have a penalty coming. This is on the Icemen. Slashing is going to be the call. Can't argue it. Jacob Friend is going to the box. He's not contesting it either. And it's a power play for Atlanta. And Jacksonville has perhaps their best shutdown defenseman in the box in the process.
Yeah, that's tough. Tough loss here. One of those double-edged swords, Arlie, with one of your better penalty killers having to serve the penalty because he can't help kill it. So he's in the box right now for 2 and a chance for Atlanta with the man advantage for the first time today.
The Gladiators were 0 for 4 on the power play last night. Jacksonville's penalty kill and Atlanta's penalty kill, both top 5 in the league in the regular season. But this is a biggie here for the Icemen with 4:42 to go in the first. Atlanta is somewhat susceptible to some shorthanded goals, and the Icemen have scored quite a few of those in the regular season also. Gladiators win the faceoff. It's to Padish, cross ice for Nesbitt. Tries the shot from the top of the circle. It's deflected behind the net. Gladiators get it bouncing puck. Atlanta holds onto it, centering feed. It's basically almost like a slap shot to Hugo Waugh, but the Gladiators again hold it in. Fortunato now gets it back. Will he clear? Not yet. Bouncing puck. Somehow the Gladiators still hold it in. The Icemen must have had 3 chances to clear. They couldn't do it. Gladiators set up shop. Centering feed goes by Waugh. Comes back to the top of the circle for Tepadish. Tepadish back underneath. Picked off there by Fortunato. Good read by Fortunato, and the Icemen get it to center. No further than that. The Gladiators are right back in. Right circle, cutting into the slot. Rister goes wide of the net in a heavy screen. Fortunate that that one went wide of the net. Bouncing puck into the zone. The Icemen get it free. It is Craig Martin turning and driving it out.
Yeah, it was something we saw last night. The Icemen had a really difficult time getting clears, even though they had opportunities to do so. I don't know if that was just poor clearing attempts or just Atlanta doing an exceptional job in keeping it in at the line. But we saw a little bit of it there. But now the Icemen seem to kind of get in a rhythm here. 2 back-to-back clears.
And Hatfield just did the last one as the Gladiators get it at the red line. Gertler will rim it around. Williams stays in his crease. Hatfield tries to redirect it out. Rolls to Williams. Look out, he swings it into the corner just before Gertler could get there. Williams almost like a swing and a miss there as well. But the Icemen come away with the puck, and they will clear it out. Just 26 seconds to go on this power play for the Gladiators. Coming up the left wing with some speed is Sang-Eun Sheen. Drop pass for McAvoy. Now it's Holscher with a shot that is blocked by Jacksonville. Hadfield works it free for Giles. Giles back for Hadfield. Can he work it by Holscher? Yes, he does. Excellent work by the defensive tandem of Victor Hadfield and Sean Giles. And this power play is over. Jacob Friend out of the penalty box. Each team now 0 for 1 on the power play as Friend looks for a steal at center. With the help of Panetta, the Icemen get the puck back. It is Zach Berzola through center ice. Berzola rims in. Somebody lost a mouthpiece there. I think it's Aaron Nazarian. He is slow to get up. He is back up on his feet, and we'll have to monitor that as Jacksonville keeps the puck. Nazarian stays on the ice. He has it. He's over the blue line, tries to split a couple of defenders. Somehow he does, and he draws a penalty. What effort there from Aaron Nazarian to draw that penalty. And Jacksonville goes to the power play with 2:15 to go in the first period. That just personifies the kind of player that Aaron Nazarian is.
Yeah, just 110%. And it's all him. I mean, he just puts in the efforts and does an excellent job. And in every scenario, there's no taking a shift or two off or not going full speed. That's him right there. And he draws the penalty. I mean, he split the defense there and would have had an opportunity had they not committed the penalty in that situation. So an Iceman power play upcoming here late in the first.
And a chance to take the lead going into the locker room here. You get the feeling that a lot of this power play situation for the Icemen is almost more mental than physical at this point, where maybe just one goal can change everything. It can change the mental mindset of this club. Getting that one, that's the hard part. But if you can find a way to crack open the lid just a little bit, maybe you can really blow it open.
Well, the key that the Iceman coaching staff was just shooting the puck, getting traffic in front, but shooting the puck. And then right off the draw, we got a man down. Nazarian get tripped up again.
No call, and he is very slow to get up. The Icemen with the puck on the power play. Slap shot off the post from Martin Nazarian, slow to get back to the bench. He is favoring his left knee, and that is going to be very difficult for the Icemen to watch as Aaron Nazarian goes to the bench, and Travis Howe is hammering away at Jacob Graves as the Icemen skate through the zone. They're onside on the right. Lodermeyer off the boards for Martin. Martin tries to swing it back underneath. Lodermeyer gets a piece of it for Brendan Harris behind the net. He'll work it to the far side wall. It's Gerdukas for Panetta. Cross ice, Martin at the top of the right circle. Centering feed deflected in front. It goes off the head of Lodermeyer and went over the crossbar, and Atlanta clears it away. We want Howe as the chant from the crowd right now, because they want some retribution, and now we've got a whistle, and what are we gonna have? Matching penalties from the bench. Howe for Jacksonville, and I believe it's Graves for Atlanta.
Well, this could be interesting because in 2 minutes when those guys come out, of course, I don't know if they're gonna put those actually on the board. It could just be one of those.
I think it's gonna be 10 minutes. It could be 10 minutes each.
Yeah. Now, I know Graves was on the ice right off the draw there. He might have been the one that tripped up Nazarian. That's what got Hal so furious.
And he continues to bark away at the Atlanta bench as each of them head to the locker room for what we presume will be 10-minute misconducts, not games, just 10 minutes, just for excessive chirping, I guess, from the bench.
I mean, either guy was really on the ice, but yeah, this game, it's heated up right now. So, I mean, neither one was on the ice at the time, and it wasn't like, I mean, they were trying to control two guys on the bench. I haven't really seen that one before, but there's just matching 2-minute penalties. There's only 1:18 to go in the period, so I think it might be what it is, Harley.
Yeah, it's just matching minors rather than matching 10 minutes. Unsportsmanlike for each player. Jacksonville still on the power play for 1:01. There's 1:14 left in the first period. Scoreless game. Howardchuk has a pass blocked, but it comes right back to the Icemen. Cleared in by Sanchez. Atlanta turns and clears it, but not out. Fortunato from the blue line. Cross ice for Friend. Wrister in a screen. Save is made by Murdaka, and then swiping away at Murdaka after the whistle was Howardchuk. Murdaka didn't like that, and he took exception to it. And it is getting nastier and nastier. I love it.
No, I mean, this is what it's all about here in playoff hockey. Intensity, rivalries. I mean, that's one of the things you see here in this format, Arlie. The first 2 rounds of the playoffs are with in your division. Teams that hate each other, essentially. And there's no doubt about it. And they're going to develop disgust for one another. And that's to be expected when there's so much on the line right now. But there's been a lot of extracurriculars here between these two teams. And I'm all right with it, too, because Jacksonville, you know, they're they've got all the toughness in the world. And you know, listen, I'm not saying Atlanta's not tough. They got some tough guys. Don't get me going. But if this is the game they want to play, the Icemen certainly have the manpower and the personnel.
Yeah, no problem.
To get in that kind of situation.
No problem from Jacksonville's perspective. They put that face-off outside the blue line, and the Icemen coaching staff was furious about it, but the Icemen get it right back in. Sanchez, wrister just over the crossbar. I don't know if Murdaka ever saw it. Jacksonville keeps it in. It's Jacob Friend in the left wing corner, stolen and cleared out by Atlanta. 23 seconds to go on the power play, 35 seconds to go in the first period. It's Fortunato wheeling out of his own end. Shifts away from Sylvester. He's over the blue line onside, leaving it off the wall. An Atlanta player falls down, tries to glove it out, but it's held in by Jacksonville. Sanchez at the blue line. Flip pass for Lynch. It's caught in his skates, but he picks it back up. Sanchez looks to center, redirected just wide by Howard Chuck just as the power play expires. Jacksonville still with possession. Now Atlanta with a steal to Padage in his own zone. 6 seconds to go. The Gladiators clear out. 3 seconds to go in the period, and that should just about do it. Gerdukas from center ice slams it towards goal. It would not have counted, and we are scoreless through one, but that does not tell the story of this first 20 minutes. This was almost like a, almost like an arm wrestling match in the first period. Who's tougher than the other? And it was one team just showing, we're tough. No, we're the tough team. And I think Jacksonville came away with the advantage in that, by and large, from that incredible tilt between Ian McKinnon and Jacob Graves.
I mean, that's really what brought the game. That was a turning point in that period, Arlie. It was kind of quiet, both teams, not a whole lot happening. Then once that happened, that's when everything went to a whole nother level here. And it's what we expect here, and it's what we wanted to see. And two teams competing and giving it their all. And you're right, though. It's this officiating crew that's got tonight's task. They're going to have their hands full. They're going to have to be on top of their game to make certain that there's still control, because these two teams are really starting to get disliked for one another.
The Atlanta captain, Derek Nesbitt, and Jacksonville's alternate captain, Jacob Friend, were having a conversation with both officials after everybody else had gone to the locker room. Trevor Wolford and Cameron Fleming, the two officials. I guess maybe just trying to figure out what can we get away with? What's going on here? And maybe it's just the officials bringing them over and saying, guys, you better tighten up, or else this game's going to get out of hand, and we're not going to let it get out of hand. We'll start calling everything. I don't know what that conversation came from, but mark it down as just something to note from that first period. Shots on goal in the first, not many. Jacksonville with 6, Atlanta with 5. It is scoreless after 1. The Icemen did hit a post in that power play. Craig Martin on a drive and a screen from 55 feet out. They glanced off the post to the stick side of Joe Murdaka, but that is it. Jacksonville 0 for 2 with the power play. Atlanta 0 for 1 with the man advantage. We will take a break and return in just a moment. We are going to have Barry Schickling and ECHL Week. Feel the heat of Barry Schickling. He's coming up in a moment. We're scoreless after 1. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
Hi everyone, this is Allie McDeal from the Best Bet Poker Rooms. Experience the popular Vegas-style game Fortune Pai Gow Poker. Both locations are now playing Face Up Pai Gow. It's more fun to play than ever. You could win up to $25,000 on a single $5 bet. Come play at either Best Bet location today.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
It's time for the second season. We have previews of all 8 first-round Kelly Cup playoff series. Individual award winners are named. We'll fill you in. And a few more regular season highlights to get you all set for the postseason. The best part of the hockey year is here. You'll be ready for it by watching ECHL Week right now.
Hi, welcome to another edition of ECHL Week. I'm Barry Schickling. This time we come to you from the home of the Reading Royals, the Santander Arena in Reading, Pennsylvania. The regular season is history now. Time to turn our attention toward the Kelly Cup playoffs. Let's look at all 8 of the first round playoff series. All 8 series are potentially entertaining matchups. Let's start in the Eastern Conference. North Division champ Reading is back in the Kelly Cup playoffs for the first time since 2018 after winning its first division crown in 8 years. Maine will be making its ECHL postseason debut. The Royals were one of just 3 teams to win 20 or more games, both at home and on the road. Forward Trevor Gooch can be a force. He was 3rd in the league with 34 goals. In head-to-head matchups, Mariner forward Cameron Askew scored 4 times against Reading. The home team won all 6 games in the series this season. Newfoundland is in the playoffs for just the second time. The first go-round ended well, a Kelly Cup title in 2019. Trois-Rivières would like to do what the Growlers did 3 years ago, win a championship in its debut season. Veteran forward Zach O'Brien, the ECHL's second leading scorer, had a great offensive season for the Growlers, but he had plenty of help. Todd Skirving, for example, scored 9 goals in Newfoundland's 14 games versus Trois-Rivières. Keep this in mind, 3 Lions, forward Anthony Nellis and defensemen Mathieu Brodeur and Olivier Galipeau were members of the 2021 Kelly Cup champion Fort Wayne Comets. In the South Division, Florida in the playoffs for the 7th straight time was second in the ECHL with 23 road victories. An oddity, 3 experienced players tied for the team lead in scoring. Blake Winicki, John McCarron, and Derek Angeli all had 70 points. Blades goalie Parker Gahagan was number 2 in the ECHL in goals against average this season. The Swamp Rabbits had an improbable climb to a playoff spot. Greenville lost in regulation just 5 times between February 27th and last Saturday when it locked down 4th place. Goaltender John Leatherman posted a goals against average of 2.02 in 4 games against Florida. The other first-round South matchup pits Atlanta in the host season for the first time since 2018 against Jacksonville, a playoff team for the first time in 3 years. The Gladiators tied for the ECHL lead in home victories. In head-to-head play with the Icemen, Eric Neely led Atlanta with 6 goals, while Derek Nesbitt had a team-best 11 points. Defense is Jacksonville's strong suit. The Icemen led the ECHL in both goals against per game and shots against per game. And of course, goaltender Francois Boissard had the best goals against average in the league, on the way to earning the Vitusi Award as the ECHL's top goalie this season. In the West, Toledo enters the playoffs after winning its 5th division title in the last 7 seasons. Toledo-Cincinnati is the only first-round playoff matchup where the teams have a lengthy postseason history against one another. TJ Hensick led the Walleye in scoring, but don't forget Brandon Hawkins tied for the ECHL lead with 35 goals. He was a member of Kelly Cup champ Fort Wayne a year ago. Cincinnati was paced by Old Pro Jesse Schultz, who was 7th in league scoring. In head-to-head play, the Clones' Justin Vive scored 8 points in 7 games, 6 of which were won by the Walleye. The other central matchup pits defending Kelly Cup champ Fort Wayne, a playoff team for the 8th straight year, against Wheeling in the postseason for the first time since reaching the finals in 2016. They've never met in the playoffs, but they've faced each other 52 times over the last 5 seasons. League MVP Will Graver leads the Comets' attack. In goal, Samuel Harvey was tied for 2nd in the ECHL with 23 wins and was 6-0 with a 1.5 goals against average versus the Nailers. Wheeling has firepower too. Forward Patrick Watling, named to the All-League first team, was 4th in the league in points. Blue liner Josh Maniscalco was on the ECHL All-Rookie team and All-League second squad. Utah, which earned a regular season division title for the first time in its ECHL history, is led by all-rookie team selection Benjamin Tardif, 3rd among first-year players in points. The Grizzlies also have ECHL Defenseman of the Year Charles-Edouard Dastou. Goal was another strong point for Utah. Trent Miner led the league with 7 shutouts, tied for the 2nd most in a season in league history. Pacing Tulsa is all-rookie team member Jack DeRemus, who was tied for second among rookies in goals and points. Another rookie, goalie Daniel Manella, led the ECHL with 29 wins and was 6th in goals against average. Mason Manick of Utah and the Oilers DeRemus each had 9 points against the other team this season. The Rapid City Rush will be making just their second visit to the Kelly Cup playoffs and the first since 2015. Rapid City has some scoring power. Rookie Brett Gravel hit the net 29 times this year, and Logan Nelson was the team leader in points, another of the 7 Rush players who scored at least 20 times. Allen is much more accustomed to the postseason. The Americans are in the playoffs for the 6th time in 7 seasons. Allen is led by all ECHL second-team choice veteran Chad Costello, who is 6th in the league in points. One interesting note, the visiting teams won 4 of the 5 games between these two this season. Details about all the first-round series in the next ECHL Week show, which debuts on Friday, May 6th.
Hi, I'm Colton Leader.
And I'm assistant coach Jeremy Gates.
And we're with the Rapid City Rush, and you're watching ECHL Week.
So here's some real behind-the-scenes stuff. We're in the laundry room at Santander Arena. Hockey teams do a lot of laundry, and it's not too much different than the one you might have at home, except the machines are a little bigger. Now let's take a look at news from all around the ECHL. The Indy Fuel spent a month watching Duncan Dalmeo lead the team as its interim head coach and have decided to remove the interim part of his title. Dalmeo, previously the team's assistant coach, replaced Doug Christensen in mid-March. After he took over, Indy posted an 11-6 record, but the Fuel fell 3 points shy in their bid for a playoff spot. Said Fuel owner Jim Hallett, "We appreciate Duncan's dedication and his vision to work towards building a highly competitive team." Prior to his arrival in Indy, Dalmeo spent 2 seasons as an assistant coach with defunct Brampton. The longtime player was voted as the ECHL Defenseman of the Year in 2001. The Toledo Walleye took into the last night of the regular season, but a convincing victory over Kalamazoo helped them earn the ECHL's regular season title and the Brabham Cup for the 3rd time since 2015. The Walleye were the only team to finish with more than 100 points in the standings. It was the 4th time they've done that, and their 49 victories were a league best as well. One more category in which Toledo led the league: goals scored. The Walleye had 277 this season, an average of 3.85 goals per game. The Walleye also have been named as the league's first recipient of the Hockey Operations Department of the Year award. ECHL coaches vote on the honor. Reading finished 2nd in the voting, followed by Atlanta, Jacksonville, and Florida. Toledo captured the Central Division regular season title, marking the team's 5th division crown in the last 7 seasons, and head coach Dan Watson served behind the bench at the league's All-Star Classic in January. Reading, which was the top point getter in the Eastern Conference, set an all-time ECHL record this year. The Royals recorded the fewest penalty minutes during a full season in the league's history. Coincidentally, the team with the 2nd fewest penalty minutes in the East, Maine, is Reading's first-round opponent in the Kelly Cup playoffs.
Awards, highlights, and more when ECHL Week continues.
Thinking of selling your home? Now is the perfect time. Few homes are available for sale, and this increases the competition. Many homes are selling above asking price. Buyers are offering seller-favorable terms, few contingencies, closing dates that meet sellers' needs, large down payments, or all-cash offers. Want to know what homes like yours are selling for? Contact Will Springer today.
Any number of notable performances are being recognized by the ECHL. It's awards time for the 21-22 season. When it comes to the numbers, it's hard to argue Will Graber's selection as the ECHL's most valuable player this season. The Fort Wayne Comets forward, who's wrapping up his 2nd pro season, was the league's overall scoring champion, led the league in assists, and was tops in plus-minus rating too. In addition to tying for the 2nd longest point streak this year, he was also one of just 8 players to score a penalty shot goal this season. He's the 2nd Comet to earn MVP honors. Current teammate Sean Sidlowski took home the award 4 seasons ago. Show. Jacksonville's Francois Brassard was named Goaltender of the Year in the vote by select team personnel and media members. The best goals against average to go along with 19 wins helped him earn the honor. The ECHL's Defenseman of the Year is Charles-Edouard Dastou of Utah. Dastou's 26 goals tied for the third most by a defenseman in a single season in ECHL history. Chris Bennett of Iowa is the ECHL Rookie of the Year. He's the first rookie to have at least a share of the league lead in goals since Dayton's Darren Coburn in 1991-92. And Jeff Pyle of Atlanta has been named Coach of the Year. He led the Gladiators to a second-place finish in the South Division and the team's first 40-plus win season since 2012-13. Pyle said this about his team's fine regular season.
Even when we're not playing good or we're behind, it doesn't seem to faze these guys as much as it does me. So it's one of those things where it's been really fun. It's stressful sometimes. I think they're playing with me at times, but it's a great group, and it's been really fun from that standpoint. They have bought in 99.9% of the time, and we need that other percent just to make sure we can keep going where we're going. It's been weird, but it's been amazing, and it's been a great ride for us.
Time for another one of our Voices of the ECHL chapters. Here's Brian Gardner of the Rapid City Rush.
Aside from play-by-play, what are your other duties with the Rush?
I handle a lot of our travel, booking flights. I write some content for the feature stories for the website, marketing, e-blasts, send out, and pretty much anything my boss can throw at me and say, hey, we're gonna need you to do this. Okay, I'll do it. I'll figure it out if I haven't done it before.
Tell us about your preparation prior to broadcast.
A lot of my prep on my own team is putting together the game notes packet that you do for the media and the opposing broadcasters and everything, and that's, as much as anything, kind of provides storylines. And it's also funny that you ask about a vocal warm-up kind of thing. My fiance is a speech therapist, and she's given me some vocal warm-up exercises that I don't always remember to do them, but I try to make sure that my pipes are nice and lubed up and ready to go. Just getting every kind of range that you can, and just waking up the vocal folds is what she tells me anyway.
Any memorable moments broadcasting hockey?
Making my ECHL debut earlier this season, my first game with the Rush. I mean, it's just, there haven't been too many just wild, insane, are you kidding me moments on the ice where it's just like that I'll always remember that specific goal. It's more team moments and milestone moments that kind of stick to me as my most memorable time so far from broadcasting hockey.
What's the best part of your job?
Most of us at some point loved playing the game, be it hockey or just being an athlete in general, and it's the only thing that compares. It's a privilege, and it is, again, just a unique kind of adrenaline, and of course you're living for when you turn the mic on. It's the best time of the job.
Before we head to the Kelly Cup playoffs, we have one more week of regular season highlights to look at. Let's check them out. South Division champ Florida opened its final regular season weekend with high drama. Mateo Gennaro ripped this one home in overtime, which put the Everblades on the doorstep of their 5th division title in the last 6 seasons.
Shooting, he scores! Mateo Gennaro, his second of the game, and it's a game winner.
Maine had to go to its final game of the season before finding out it was a playoff team. This breakaway by Mariners leading scorer Matthew Santos helped in a crucial victory over Reading.
And scores! What a sequence!
It took just 9 seconds after a Toledo goal for Mitchell Hurd to score again for the Walleye. The team wrapped up its regular season with a big win, which included a hat trick by Hurd. And as if to celebrate being named the top rookie goalie in the ECHL this season, Newfoundland's Keith Petrozelli puts the kibosh on a 2-man breakaway by Adirondack on his way to a season-ending shutout, his 5th of the year. That wraps up another edition of ECHL Week from Reading, Pennsylvania. Thanks very much for watching. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media channels. It's the best way to keep up to date on everything that's going on throughout the ECHL, especially during the Kelly Cup playoffs. See you next time.
Barry, thank you so much. Arlie Johnson back with you along with Alex Reed. Second period just moments away from getting started. The Icemen crowd right by the penalty box directly in front of us at the bottom of section 114 is just handing it to Jacob Graves from the penalty box right now. In the second period, it hasn't even begun yet. Reader, this one is getting more and more intense, and I think from an Icemen fan and player point of view, couldn't ask for anything more.
No, I mean, it has everything, and it's checked all the boxes, right? You know, rivalries, intensity, you know, a little bit of hitting in here, a lot of animosity. So, I mean, it's great. It's got everything. The fans are engaged. You know, this is great. This is playoff hockey. Let's go.
The sign from Whiteboard Man is "How's gonna kill you" right in front of Jacob Graves. Ian McKinnon, by the way, is on the ice to start the second period. Does not appear that there's anybody out there that would even want to try and get within 3 feet of him. As the puck is down, second period is underway. It is scoreless. Jacksonville takes it in immediately. Lodermeyer, backhander on net. Save is made. Rebound goes behind the net. The Iceman with a centering feed comes right to the blue line. Wrister in a screen deflected wide off the stick of Pineda. Good opening shift here from Jacksonville as they continue to work it in the offensive zone. It's Lodermeyer on the near side wall. Trying to knock it free, looking for Berzola. Lynch is helping out also, and it comes free to Lynch. To the forehand, it goes off the side of the net. McKinnon gets it back. Big collision with McKinnon. It is Lynch now with a centering feed. Berzola couldn't quite get there. He would have been all alone on the doorstep. Wrister in a screen, that goes wide, and it caroms all the way out to center ice. Jacob Pineda back with it for Jacksonville, but a fantastic opening shift there from the Icemen as McKinnon clears into the zone. And hopefully that will set the tone for this second period.
Yeah, it's great first shift there. A lot of cycling, a lot of chances set up. Just good momentum for Jacksonville. And, you know, a good way to start and kind of feel the groove right now.
Atlanta clears in. Jacksonville clears right back out. Comes to center ice. Atlanta into the zone. They're onside. Hugo Waugh with Friend defending him. Friend rubs him out in the glass. Comes loose for the Icemen behind their own net. It is Harris trying to backhand it up the wall for Howarchuk. Howarchuk at the line, stolen by Atlanta, held into the zone. They'll move it to an open corner. Martin can't clear it out yet. The Icemen still battle for it. Finally, it is kicked ahead by Martin. Tries to beat thrower wide. He's tripped up on the play. No call. Gladiators with the puck as Bernard rims it around for Sylvester. Cross ice look. Gladiators are on the puck. Neely working on Jacob Friend. Centering pass goes off the side of the net. Atlanta gets a centering feed away. Waugh couldn't get a stick on it. Shot in the screen. Save made by Williams in front. Rebound goes into the corner. So a good save by Williams and also a good positional rebound kick out from Williams as well. Sometimes you can give up a rebound, but if you can kick it into a corner, into a particular spot, that's the way you got to try and play some solid goaltending, and that's what Williams did there. Now it's the Icemen into the zone. Howarchuk, 2-on-3, he didn't see the numbers, so he'll play it down low. Harris chases after it for Jacksonville. Knocking it loose for Giles at the left point. Wrister in a screen. A score! James Sanchez on the deflection, and the Icemen go on top 1-0. Just a soft wrister from the blue line, but it was a very tippable shot. James Sanchez got a piece of it on the way in, redirects it home. It's 1-0 Jacksonville.
Yeah, soft shot there from the blue line, and it cleared, and then again the tip there in front, and it just kind of sailed through even softer there. That was great. The shot there, Giles just launched it, the tip, and then just slid in there, and the referee was in great position to see it go in. And what a goal there for Jacksonville. They get the first one, and as you can see, if you're watching on maybe Flow Hockey, you got the gif up there of Sanchez calling it a goal himself. He said, yep.
I love that one.
The point.
Here's the award-winning Joe Massa with your goal call.
First Iceman goal, scoring his first goal of the playoffs, number 12, James Sanchez. Assisted by number 28, Sean Giles, and number 83, Brendan Harris. Time of the goal, 2 minutes, 18 seconds. Once again, your Iceman goal scored by number 12, James Sanchez, assisted by Giles and Harris. Time of the goal, 2:18.
Atlanta with a centering feed. Great back check from Victor Hadfield. Iceman can't clear it out yet. Rister from distance, blocked in front by Jacksonville. Giles pokes it ahead, held in by Derek Topadic. Topadic at the left wing faceoff circle, dropping it into the corner for Gertler. Gertler feeds it back, slap shot on net, save made by Williams. Rebound behind the net, and the Icemen come away with it, looking to clear it away. They poke it loose. Can Sanchez get it out? No. McAvoy moves it to the left wing corner. Some pressure here from Atlanta. Give them credit for a response shift here after Jacksonville has taken a 1-0 lead. Icemen look to clear it. Comes towards the blue line. Sanchez gets a piece of it with the help of Nazarian. They do work it free, and it's a possible 3-on-2. But Nazarian wanted a line change. He'll just play it into the zone. The Icemen now with a steal at center. Lodermeyer by himself. Slapper goes over the crossbar. McKinnon with a backhander on net. Saved by Murdaka. Rebound played up the boards and out. And here come the Gladiators, two-man rush. Mitchell Holscher driven into the glass by Panetta. Lynch works it free for Zach Berzola, and the Icemen with a clean break out of their zone. It's Lodermeyer going wide to the left side. Rister on net, saved by Murdaka. Rebound for Atlanta. And I think the message has been sent from head coach Nick Luco, get more shots on goal. They only had 6 in the first period. They want more. They certainly have gotten some in the early going in this second period, including the game's opening goal from James Sanchez on a deflection. Atlanta into the offensive end, but Ian McKinnon takes the puck free. Tries to work it behind his net. Stolen by Atlanta. Comes right out in front. Charles Williams is there to deny. He'll take the face-off. And Moore sticks up high at the whistle with 15:37 to go in period number 2. And the crowd is buzzing right now. They've got a 1-0 lead to go with it. And that tip from Sanchez, when I saw it, it finally took the last replay for me to see it. I thought that he had actually redirected it in off the post after an original deflection, but that first shot was posted in. It was nearly a double poster from Sanchez. It just caught kind of where the post meets the underneath apron, the padding inside the net, I think is where it ended up redirecting. It came back out before he put it back in, but it was the original deflection from Sanchez that put it just barely in the net.
The key for Jacksonville, a shot from the point with traffic in front. These are the things that the coaching staff, they want this team to be doing more of, because really that's how you score in the playoffs, and they weren't doing a lot of that, especially during that little stretch there on the road trip. They just weren't getting enough shots from up high, no traffic going to the net, and since the Icemen have been trying to make a little bit more of an effort to do there, they've been getting rewarded more often.
Icemen with the puck in their own zone. It's Jacob Friend to an open wing. Turnover. Centering feed. Waugh couldn't redirect, and it comes loose for the Icemen. They've got numbers if they hurry. Howardchuk to the blue line, leaving it for Harris behind the Atlanta net. Harris avoids a big hit as he tried to center. It goes to the right wing side. Fortunato steps up from the blue line, throwing it underneath behind the net for Harris. Harris double teamed on the play. Icemen still able to get it loose. It's Fortunato with some space. Looks for a man in front. Goes all the way to the opposite wing. Penalty coming on Atlanta. Delayed call. The Icemen get a 6th skater on the ice. Fortunato playing it down low. Centering feed. Score! Brendan Harris puts the Icemen on top 2-0. With a delayed penalty, Jacksonville with a pair of goals in the opening 5 minutes and change of the second, and they're on top by a pair on Brendan Harris's 3rd goal in 2 games in the postseason.
Boy, oh boy, Brandon Harris coming up big in a big-time way. That was on a delayed penalty. The Icemen had that extra attacker. I think the extra attacker who jumped into the play was one that factored in on the play.
He had the primary assist.
Yeah, the primary assist. They got it down, and that made it a 2-0 game.
It was Abbott Gerdukis who came onto the ice just in time on that delayed penalty call and ultimately set up Brendan Harris. Here's Joe Massa again.
Scoring his 3rd goal of the playoffs, number 83, Brendan Harris. Assisted by number 39, Abbott Gerdukis, and number 74, Brandon Fortunato. Time of the goal, 5 minutes, 19 seconds.
Thank you, Joe. Jacksonville jumps out to a 2-0 lead here in the second. Penalty coming up. Turner going after a player. Is this a penalty on Jacksonville? It is a delayed call here. Atlanta with the puck. Now there's your possession from Jacksonville. A power play for the Gladiators here. The Icemen on top 2-0. They do not want to lose the momentum here. A big penalty kill, I think, for the Icemen right now, as they look to hold a 2-goal advantage. It's the first time in either of these two games of the series that either team has led by more than a goal, and it's the Icemen on top by a pair. But again, dangerous moment here. If Atlanta scores with the power play, that could really change the complexion of this contest. Atlanta goes to the power play on the penalty to Sean Giles. Giles out. Wait for the official call on the penalty. Was it? It's Atlanta with the faceoff, trying to get the puck in deep. Poked free by Fortunato. Jamming at it his friend. It goes behind the Icemen net. Martin gives chase. Tracks it down. Moves it to the forehand. Right out in front. Atlanta with a shot on net. Saved by Williams. Rebound cleared out to center. Remember that one from Charles Williams. A big stop from him to keep it at 2-0 on a turnover right in front of his net. And he bailed out the Jacksonville defense there without question. Atlanta brings it back into the zone. It's Nesbitt with a centering feed. Williams again with a save in tight on Waugh this time. The Gladiators play it to the blue line. They'll hold it in. Sylvester into the corner for Nesbitt. Centering feed, there's Neely. Neely tries to center, but Fortunato is right on top of him, not allowing that pass. Gladiators get it back. Williams, glove save! As Neely gets the forehand away from inside the faceoff dot, and Charles Williams is now feeling mighty confident about his game, as are the entire team, with Jacksonville on top by a pair. And now Charles Williams is helping out his club as well with two monstrous stops on this power play. Faceoff will be to the left of Williams. Penalty killing for the Icemen, Derek Lodermeyer along with Ben Howarchuk. The defenders are Zach Berzola and Victor Hadfield. And it is Lodermeyer winning it. It's Berzola clearing it. It goes by everybody all the way behind the Atlanta net. And the Gladiators have it there. It is Campbell waiting for Howarchuk to skate by. Campbell feeds to the left for Holscher. Cross ice look. Gertler redirects behind the Icemen net. Berzola gives chase 2-on-2 behind the Icemen net. Gladiators pull it away. It's Holscher at the left faceoff circle. They still have 46 seconds to go on the power play. Penalty coming on Jacksonville. Delayed call. It's going to be a two-man advantage. Campbell for Holscher at the right circle. Steps around a man. Plays it underneath. Atlanta is now 6-on-4 on the ice. Sylvester, cross ice look. Unable to get the shot away. Campbell for Sylvester. Saved by Williams. Rebound pops up into the air. There's your touch finally from Jacksonville. And then Berzola trips a man down after the whistle. And I'm curious if that was just coincidental contact or not. So it's going to be a 5-on-3 power play for Atlanta. Ben Howarchuk is heading to the box. He doesn't like the call. I will say this, Atlanta did the Icemen a bit of a favor there by playing that puck for as long as they did around the perimeter, because they probably took away about half of their 5-on-3 time just by skating it around the perimeter there. So the Icemen will now have to kill off a two-man disadvantage for only 24 seconds instead of maybe closer to 45 or so seconds. That said, you still have to find a way to kill it, and this is a very anxious moment for the Icemen. Faceoff is to the right of Williams. Critical faceoff for Jacksonville. If the Icemen can get a clear on this draw, it could take away just about all of this 5-on-3 opportunity for Atlanta.
Yeah, I just saw the last penalty there, and I had to take care of something, still coordinating some stuff right now. But hey, the pivotal face-off right here, as you just mentioned, Arlen, there's no questioning that. The Icemen need to get out of this 24 seconds here unscathed and then get back into a more manageable 5-on-4 situation.
Puck is down. Jacksonville does win it. Can Fortunato clear it? Yes! Huge face-off win from Derek Lodermeyer and the immediate clear from Fortunato.
Yeah,
Atlanta. Sorry, go ahead, Reader.
That's why they got him in that situation. Take that draw. He's one of the better face-off guys and penalty killers. Great job.
Still 7 seconds on the 5-on-3. Atlanta, slap shot blocked by Jacob Friend. Big time block. Out of the penalty box is Jacksonville's Sean Giles. Atlanta still with a 5-on-4. Rister is blocked by Lodermeyer. It bounces to the blue line. Atlanta holds it in. Centering feed, forehand just wide from Neely, and it goes off the boards all the way into the Atlanta zone. A minute 20 to go on this 5-on-4 power play now for the Gladiators. The Icemen are not out of the woods yet. Atlanta immediately into the offensive end. It's Sheen giving it up to the Icemen. Gerdukas to the forehand. He's got plenty of time. He'll play it all the way down to the Atlanta net. Still a minute to go on this Atlanta man advantage. A steal from Jacksonville in their own zone. Hadfield turns, tries to clear it out. It goes off a leg, but right back to the Icemen, and Gerdukas does the rest of the work. A line change for the penalty killers. Aaron Nazarian was just out on the ice. I need to note, great to see him on the ice after taking what looked like a potential knee injury in the first period. So it is so good to see him back out on the ice as the Icemen try to clear it out. They can't do it yet. Batting at it, Jacksonville to play it up the boards and safely out of the zone to center. 24 seconds on the power play for the Gladiators. It's McAvoy for Gertler. Gertler playing it behind the Jacksonville net. Berzola is on it, rimming it around. The Icemen have all day. Plenty of space there for Luke Lynch. He'll feed it ahead for Martin. He'll deflect into the Atlanta zone. And what a penalty kill this is from Jacksonville. Just 7 seconds to go on the power play. Gertler over the blue line. Drifts to the left, feeds it for Waugh. Out of the penalty box to the Icemen. Can they get the steal? They do work it out to the blue line, but not out of the zone yet. Just held in, but teams are at 5-on-5, and Jacksonville has possession in their own zone. Wing-to-wing pass right on the tape of Howardchuk. Howardchuk over the blue line. Looks to go wide on Graves. He'll take it behind the Atlanta net. A collision underneath as Howardchuk, I believe, lost his helmet in the process. He has to go to the bench. He's forced to go to the bench because of that, and he does. Atlanta clears in. It's going to be Jacob Friend first on the puck. He's got a man right on his hip. Friend gets taken down on the play. Jacksonville still working it loose. They have possession. It's Nazarian to an open James Sanchez. Sanchez, who got the scoring started in this second period, the first goal of the game. Sanchez waits for a trailer. He'll play it underneath. Goes all the way to the near side corner. Gerdukas looks to hold in with the help of Nazarian to the blue line. A wrister from Panetta, stopped there by Murdaka. We've got a whistle and a stoppage in play. 9 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the second period. What a start to this second period from the Jacksonville Icemen. Goals from James Sanchez and Brendan Harris have the Icemen on top by a score of 2-0. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
Hi everyone, this is Allie McDeal from the Best Bet Poker Rooms. Experience the popular Vegas-style game Fortune Pai Gow Poker. Both locations are now playing Face-Up Pai Gow. It's more fun to play than ever. You could win up to $25,000 on a single $5 bet. Come play at either Best Bet location today.
The crowd here in downtown Jacksonville is buzzing. They've got good reason for it. A physical game, plenty of nastiness, and now for the Icemen, a couple of goals to go with it as well. Second period tallies from James Sanchez and Brendan Harris have the Icemen on top 2-0. Reader, this is exactly what head coach Nick Luco wants from his club. You know, strong on the offensive side of things, crashing the net as well.
Yeah.
And then on the defensive side, the penalty killing, and along with a couple of big saves from Charles Williams, has the Icemen playing some great hockey. Another steal from the Icemen. Shot, score! It's Travis Howe, and it's 3-0. The Icemen are on top. How about Ian McKinnon setting up Travis Howe for the goal?
The Bash brothers, Ian McKinnon and Travis Howe connecting. And with all the stuff that they've been involved here tonight, and all the stuff that, you know, the extracurriculars and the personal spats, no better way to kind of get back at somebody by putting a goal on the board in this situation.
Howe with a backhand flip over the glove of Murdaka. It was all set up from a turnover behind the net that was created by Ian McKinnon. Here is Joe Massa. Once again, he's getting as much airtime as we are in the second.
Iceman goal, scored by number 24, Travis Howe. Assisted by number 27, Ian McKinnon. Time to goal, 10 minutes, 28 seconds. Once again, your Iceman goal, scored by number 24, Travis Howe. Assisted by number 27, Ian McKinnon. Time of the goal, 10 minutes, 28 seconds.
So the Jacksonville Fight Club not just dropping the mitts, but they're
Yeah.
using the silky mitts. Those are some silky soft hands there from Travis Howe to lift the backhander over a glove, and credit Ian McKinnon as well, creating the turnover.
Yeah, that was great job by McKinnon. What a pickup he's been. Just brings so much to the table, and we talked about it. Can contribute offensively, and now we know Travis Howe can as well. I mean, he's it's great to see that these guys, getting the job done. That looks great on the score sheet, doesn't it? Howe from
God.
McKinnon, unbelievable. But the Bash brothers, they are coming up big right now. 10:28, the time of that goal, and again, Arlie, these goals tonight, they haven't been the prettiest things.
No.
But that's playoff hockey, and that's the type of goals you see in playoffs, and that's what's required. You're not going to see a lot of finesse goals in the playoffs. And you're seeing these dirty, going to the hard areas, jamming away. That's how they go in. That one was not pretty. But, guess what? It looks real pretty for the Icemen when they get another goal on the board. 3-0. And right now, momentum swinging here in favor of Jacksonville for the time being. But still, we're just now inside the halfway point of this game.
Yeah.
A lot of hockey still to be played, Arlie. The Icemen just got to continue doing what they're doing and put the pressure on.
Yeah, Jacksonville has been in this situation with Atlanta in particular as well.
Yeah.
Remember, it is the Gladiators who came from a 4-0 deficit here in Jacksonville to win a game 5-4 in overtime. So if there's one team that the Icemen know, do not be satisfied and do not get complacent, it is this club right here, because the Gladiators are capable of some major come-from-behind victories, and the Icemen have seen it firsthand.
Well, they have, and we talked about it. There's a lot of experience on this Atlanta club, and so, they've been in similar situations. I don't think it's something that's going to rattle them, so, I mean, they can handle it with the experience and the veteran leadership they've got on the club.
If you include the regular season finale, by the way, Travis Howe and Ian McKinnon both with a pair of points in the last 3 games. Those are offensive numbers that you would not expect to see from either of them, but they are getting contributions from both of those guys in more than one way right now. Bouncing puck into the Jacksonville zone as we resume live play. Couple men go down to the left of Charles Williams, who's also played great, lost in the shuffle here for the Icemen. Atlanta with the puck. Thrower with a shot on goal. That's the first time I think we've seen Josh Thrower all night long. He's playing as a 10th forward, by the way, tonight. As Jacksonville tries to clear, they can't do it yet. Hadfield will give it another whack at it. Martin finds a man, and here come the Icemen. Brendan Harris through center ice, avoids one man, feeds it for Martin, then for Howard-Chuck. The Icemen in 2-on-1. Harris for Martin, and a save, I believe, is made by Murdaka before Martin could get the shot. Maybe a poke check at the last second. That would have brought the house down.
Oh, it was. It was a beautiful setup there. Took a while to get set up there. Just couldn't finish off the last move there. I think someone got a stick in the way. Just got a piece of it to knock it away.
Icemen with a steal, centering feed in front. Knocked away by Atlanta. Here come the Gladiators. It's Hugo Waugh chipping and chasing. Fortunato and Waugh go into the corner. It's kicked free by Fortunato for Jacob Friend. Friend around the wall. Nazarian looks to tap it loose. He does find an open teammate. The Icemen possible 3-on-2 here. They're over the blue line onside. Cross ice look, it is Fortunato. Drop pass for Nazarian. Centering feed just out of the reach of Gerdukis. It comes to the blue line for Sanchez. Playing it behind the net. Centering pass goes off a skate and didn't miss by much. Fortunato now turns into the corner on his backhand. He'll cycle it into the corner. Atlanta comes away with the puck. They'll clear it out to center ice. All Jacksonville right now. Shots on goal, only 13-12 in favor of Jacksonville, but the quality of shots from the Icemen is something to behold right now as they are getting the best of looks. And on the opposite side, Charles Williams doing his part in net for the Icemen. Atlanta with the puck now in the offensive zone. Centering pass, and they will score. It is McAvoy, unmarked at the top of the crease. And Paul McAvoy has scored for Atlanta. 6:30 to go in the second period. It's now 3-1. And buckle up, everybody. Here we go.
Yeah, exactly. And so we talked about it. Just takes that one to kind of quell the momentum. But again, McAvoy, Iceman being so good, left him wide open in front of the net. Just a slam dunk there for him. A little flip, a little wobbler. Didn't get what he wanted to on that one, but it ended up knuckling in. Actually became very effective in scoring that goal. But again, the Iceman left him abandoned there. And again, a veteran team like Atlanta finding the holes and finding the mistakes. Coach Luco talked about it, that of the mistakes they did make in game 1 last night, Atlanta was able to capitalize on it, and that was one right there.
Penalty coming right off the draw. Matching penalties, perhaps? We're going to have matching penalties. Not quite sure why yet, but it's going to be 4-on-4 hockey. Lodermeyer is the man going into the box for Jacksonville. Sang-Hoon Sheen going in for Atlanta. So 4-on-4 hockey. With it being 4-on-4, I don't mind that Sheen is the one who's in the penalty box because he is a speedy player. So I don't want him on the ice from a Jacksonville perspective.
That's a good point. You know, in the 4-on-4, a little less space, a little bit more room to work with. Or I should say less space been taken up and then more room to work with. But again, get a guy like Sheen who's kind of shifty and quick and the ability to score. You're right. It's not a bad trade-off here with he and Lodemeyer.
Jacksonville wins the draw. Jacob Panetta in no rush between the hash marks in his own zone. He'll feed it to the left for Berzola. Accelerating through center ice. He's onside on the right wing. Sharp angle shot saved by Murdaka. He looked a little shaky with that save as well. Tells me to just keep firing the puck on net. I'm sure he's a little bit rattled, giving up 3 goals in this second period.
Yeah, that's just a simple play, get it on goal there. You're right. Again, you know, they say it, get it to net, anything can happen right there, and that was not the most polished save there by Murdaka. I think he might have been a little caught off guard or just get a good piece of that one. And who knows? You never know what happens when you throw it towards the net there, but sets up an offensive zone draw here for Jacksonville.
Atlanta wins the faceoff, however. It's Derek Nesbitt around the boards, pinching his Martin, trying to hold it in. He does keep it in for now, but the Gladiators still have possession. Holscher for Dalton thrower, then for Campbell. Campbell feeds to the right for Nesbitt. He's onside, back into the slot, drop pass for Holscher. Shot deflected just wide. That was a dangerous situation. Atlanta gets it back. Holscher at the left faceoff circle. Seam pass, deflected. It comes to the Icemen up high. Martin tries to start the rush for Panetta. Panetta with a drop pass for Berzola. Berzola tries the drop pass. He does connect with Harris, barely. It almost worked out against Jacksonville. Harris will rim it around. Panetta will be first on the puck. He'll skate back to the blue line to give himself a little more space. Panetta all the way to the right faceoff circle, still with it. He'll leave it for Harris. Harris into the slot. Drop pass for Berzola. Wrister on net. Save is made by Murdaka. Rebound for the Gladiators. It's Nesbitt up the right wing trying to catch the Icemen in a line change. Still 4-on-4 for 40 more seconds. The Icemen have the puck in their own zone. Williams, however, gives it up on a turnover. Waugh with a drop pass. Atlanta cannot get the shot away. Sylvester unable to get that shot as the pass went behind him. He does get it back, however. Sylvester at the right faceoff circle all the way to the left side. Finds an opening. He rifles it wide. Waugh tries to center. Stolen there by Jacksonville. It's Fortunato 2-on-2 with Howard-Chuck. Howard-Chuck with a step up the left wing side. Shot on net. Saved by Murdaka. Rebound for the Gladiators. Each team will get a man back in 7 more seconds. Atlanta into the offensive end. Sylvester with a shot. That is blocked in front by the Icemen. Sylvester broke his stick in the process. Each team gets a man back out on the ice as Williams makes a save with the left leg. Sharp angle shot. Williams makes another save as he got to the short side post in time. To Padish from the blue line. Wrister in a screen, but Williams was able to see it cleanly. He'll take the glove save and take a face-off to go with it. 4:12 to go in the second period. Atlanta is on the board, but the Icemen are still on top by a score of 3-1. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey. Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Icemen action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL. Along with Alex Reed, Arlie Johnson with you. Thank you so much for joining us on our broadcast. We appreciate each and every one of you, and the Jacksonville Icemen players certainly do too. It's 3-1 Icemen, 4 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the second period. And I think this is a critical point in the game here, Reader. Jacksonville has ripped off 3 straight goals in this second period, but Atlanta is now on the board, and the Icemen want to preserve this 2-goal lead in the final 4 minutes going into the locker room.
Yeah, they want to have that lead there, and again, and not get, another goal by Atlanta gets them thinking and the Icemen thinking like, okay, we've been here before. It could have a negative effect, certainly. So again, the Icemen just need to close out the period. They're doing just fine. All they got to do is keep doing what they've been doing here, and now not allow Atlanta getting more chances or get another goal for that matter.
Atlanta plays it into the Jacksonville end. Rimming it around is Giles. Trying to redirect it out as Sanchez. It's blocked by Atlanta. Goes into the corner. Michael Turner for the Gladiators. Behind the Jacksonville net. All the way to the blue line, but it's picked off by Nazarian. Here come the Icemen 2-on-2. Nazarian chases after the puck himself in deep. Atlanta swings it around. Hadfield holds it in. All the way behind the net, it's Nazarian. On his forehand, trying to get away from Tepadic. Nazarian has Gerdukas if he wants him behind the net. Instead, he'll go to Sanchez at the right wing circle. Sanchez. He'll rim it back behind the net. Gerdukas is on it there. Gerdukas unable to center. That was well defended by Tepadic. And McAvoy is able to loft it out to center ice. Bouncing puck there. And it's the Icemen coming away with it. Giles off the boards. Goes by everybody. No icing. They say that Atlanta touched the puck, or at least could have touched the puck.
No doubt. It just skipped right by Graves' stick, and he kind of did the alligator arms, pulled it back to try to sell it. But the Lionsmen not going for it.
Atlanta plays it into the offensive zone, though. They have possession. Good hit there from the Icemen, separating a man from the puck. The Icemen come away with the loose change. It is Travis Howe up the boards. It bounces to Lodermeyer. He gloves it to his stick. Forehand on net, forcing Murdaka to make a left leg save. McKinnon with a big body check, but the Gladiators come away with the puck. They'll clear it out. This one will not be icing either, saying that Berzola could have touched the puck. 2:32 to go in the second period. The Icemen on top 3-1. All the scoring here in this second period after a scoreless first. It's Jacob Panetta for the Icemen. He'll gain center before forehanding in. Lodermeyer first on the puck. Kicks it behind the net. The Gladiators play it to the blue line, but not out. Panetta holds the zone. Howardchuk playing it underneath for Lodermeyer. Centering pass. Nobody there. It comes to the blue line, and Atlanta has it. Hugo Waugh. Play is going to be offside as that pass intended for McAvoy was behind him, and he had not gained possession as he carried it over the line. You can carry the puck with possession with you over the line first and then the puck, but if you don't have possession, they're going to call it every time.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, you got to have it the whole way through. So if you get spun, and they do that in case you get hit maybe at the line, spun around, but you can still make a play on it. But they just didn't have it. The puck was kind of tailing away, and it was that reach back there that really defined that was an offside play.
Icemen have possession. Jacob Friend flips it up in the middle. Campbell took down Lynch. That's an easy penalty, and they do call it. Interference against Atlanta. Had to call that one. And the Icemen go to the power play with 1:53 to go in the second period. That's a careless penalty from Atlanta and Greg Campbell for interference as the Jacksonville player, I don't even know who it was, but they were nowhere near the puck, and Campbell just wiped him out.
Yeah, Campbell's trying to argue the call, but, I mean, it's pretty evident what the situation was. So, it's obviously penalty here, and we'll see if the Icemen can use this to their advantage, try to get another goal here. Well, just updating you in some other series here in the ECHL Kelly Cup playoffs. The other South Division series, the 1-4 matchup between the Everblades and Greenville. Greenville getting another goal in the first period. They lead 3-0, and they're just now getting the second period underway.
Wow, and that's in Florida. The 4-seed Swamp Rabbits up by 3 in game 1. And that building in Estero, Hertz Arena, has got to be, you could hear a pin drop probably there right now.
And it's something that's just bizarre to me that the Everblades, they have not played well at home this year. It's usually a tough place. You go into Estero, you were going to have a rough night normally. Not this year. They've been very good on the road, the Everblades have, but at home, for some reason, they've had some difficulties.
Be really nice to see the Icemen get a power play late in this second period to regain their 3-goal edge. They do have the puck in the offensive zone. Right circle, Rister in front looking for a stick. Nobody home, but the Icemen get it right back. Panetta, center point, to the circle for Martin. Panetta gets it back, cross ice, it's Gerdukas. Gerdukas for Martin, now it's Panetta again at the top of the umbrella. Martin at the right circle, playing it down low, Nazarian in control there. Nazarian from the bottom of the circle, cuts towards net, power move, shot on net, save is made, rebound right in front. Murdaka finally will cover it up. Nobody was going after Nazarian, so he took the space and went for it for the power move.
Yeah.
I don't mind that at all. Murdaka with a big save.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, I was like waiting for them to kind of guard him, and the more he was stick handling, you could see Nazarian saying, whoa, I've got a lane here to try to stuff it in. And then the puck was loose there for a second. The Iceman couldn't get somebody there for the follow-up, but nice play there by Nazarian in that situation to recognize the space and try to take advantage of it.
Still a minute 2 to go on the power play for Jacksonville. 54.3 seconds remaining in the second period. The Icemen want the power play goal, of course, but they also need to be mindful of Atlanta being so dangerous in shorthanded situations. Lodermeyer on the faceoff for Jacksonville. Puck is free. Atlanta has it. They will clear it. Williams leaving the puck for Brandon Fortunato just to the left of the cage. Down to 42 seconds to go in the period. We'll see if Jacksonville can score in the final minute of the second. They're onside. Jacob Friend looks to center. It's knocked free. Friend gets it back in the corner, then gives it up immediately. It's Hugo Waugh, shorthanded against Fortunato. Waugh just killing some time right now. Fortunato with a good body check. Comes loose for Sanchez behind his net. The Icemen down to 22 seconds to go in this period. Fortunato from center ice, gains the blue line. Icemen are onside. Fortunato cross ice for Friend. 12 seconds to go in the period. Friend from the top of the circle to the blue line. It's Fortunato. Cross ice look. Sanchez, a one-timer. What a bomb that was. Save is made by Murdaka with 5 seconds to go in the period. Murdaka will eat it up and take the face-off.
Yeah, great setup there. It was a long pass, but that time Sanchez getting good wood on it and was able to hammer that one towards the net. It was the right play because time was winding down. So it was a great job.
So one last chance on a face-off here for Jacksonville. Still time to work with. Luke Lynch on the draw. He'll try and win the face-off back to Brandon Fortunato or perhaps to Abbott Gerdukis. Jacksonville does win the draw. One last chance. Rister in a screen, blocked in front. Lynch with a shot. Murdaka makes the save at the gun. It would have counted. Excellent pressure there from Jacksonville on the final face-off. And Murdaka with a big save. That might have been his biggest of the night for Atlanta. As the Icemen stay on top by 2. The net came off of its moorings as the horn sounded also, but it looks like everything's going to be fine here. No penalties. And it's going to be the Icemen with a 2-goal advantage after 2 periods of play. Reader, a sensational second period. Take away that Atlanta goal at the end. Give them credit for trying to bounce back, but a 3-goal outburst from Jacksonville in the opening 10.5 minutes of the second period. And they are in control, and you know what happens with the Icemen when they're in control going into the third period. Typically, really good things happen for the Icemen.
They have. They've been great in the third period, Arlie, all season long when they've got the lead, and they're going to be asked to do it now in probably a very most pivotal of times. But a great period. There's no doubt the Icemen kind of poured it on, seized control for a while, but a big response by Atlanta. They had to get that next goal in the game, Arlie. They couldn't afford to go down 4-0, so they get in. It's now a 2-goal game. What a big swing goal that goal was by Atlanta. And we got ourselves yet another finish here heading into the third.
Goal scoring in the second period. It was all Jacksonville in the early going. Remember, a scoreless first period. All the goals were in the second. James Sanchez on a deflection of a Sean Giles shot connects for his first goal of the playoffs. Brendan Harris also assisting at 2:18 of the first period. Just 3 minutes and 1 second later, it was the Icemen back on the board. This time it was Harris doing the honors. His 3rd goal of the playoffs already in just the 2nd game of the postseason. Harris with the goal, his 3rd of the year again, of the postseason anyway. Abbott Gerdukis, who had just come out onto the ice on a delayed penalty situation. He had the primary assist there. Brandon Fortunato also assisting on that goal at 5:19. And then it was the Fight Club tandem of Ian McKinnon and Travis Howe connecting. McKinnon creates the turnover behind the Atlanta net, feeds his buddy Travis Howe, who lofts a backhander over the glove of Joe Murdaka. And Howe, with his first goal of the postseason, makes it 3-0 Jacksonville. And what a way to set things up for the Icemen. Atlanta does respond. They get a goal from Paul McAvoy, his first of the postseason, at 13:30. But Alex, again, you couldn't ask for a better second period, I don't think, from the Icemen.
No, you really couldn't. And, I got to say, of all the goals scored tonight, that one probably irked Atlanta the most.
Yes.
That Hal McKinnon one. I mean, obviously there's been some jawing going back and forth, but, nothing really sends it right back to him when you can score on a goal. And then have your buddy who's also involved help you out with it. That was the case there. Hal getting set up by McKinnon. And again, McKinnon, 2 points so far here in these postseason games, and great to see. But the Icemen getting some production from some of those guys and those lines. That's going to bode well from them, especially when the other lines that are known for more putting the puck in the net, once they get going.
Yeah, depth scoring there from the Icemen, and you're going to need that if you're going to make a long run into the Kelly Cup playoffs. And the Icemen right now are getting exactly that. Shots on goal in the second period, plenty more in the second than the first. 15 for Jacksonville in the second period alone, two-period total of 21 for Atlanta. They had 11 shots in the second period for a two-period total of 16. It's 3-1 Icemen after 2 periods of play. We'll come back in a few minutes and go through your ECHL postseason scoreboard. Plenty to look at around the league as every postseason matchup is in action tonight. 3-1 again, Icemen on top. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 34th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; Athletic Knit, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2022 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Flow Sports, the exclusive streaming provider of the ECHL; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Handbid, the official mobile auction app; Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, official puck provider; My Gray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; Sideline Swap, official online marketplace of the ECHL; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL and title sponsor of the 2022 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv.
Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Icemen action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
Just be positive. Your Community First Mortgage champions make sure you get a great rate, a quick close, and can save you about $3,000 in closing costs. Apply at communityfirstfl.org. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fan Zam, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at jacksicemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Best Bet Jacksonville and Orange Park are open and excited to bring you the best in poker, simulcast wagering, cocktails, sushi, and more. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more information. Best Bet, experience the best.
The Jacksonville Icemen are always looking to give back to the communities of North Florida. The team offers a ticket fundraising program that many local nonprofits and schools and charitable organizations can take advantage of. The program is simple. Your organization sells tickets to an Icemen home game, and a portion of each ticket purchase will go directly to your cause. This is a fun and easy way to raise money and gain exposure for your organization or school. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602.
Just be in control. With free interest checking and great digital tools, Community First makes smarter banking simple. Add an account at justbeyourself.com. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself. Federally insured by NCUA.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound!
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
Hi, everyone. This is Allie McDeal from the Best Bet Poker Rooms. Experience the popular Vegas-style game, Fortune Pai Gow Poker. Both locations are now playing face-up Pai Gow. It's more fun to play than ever. You could win up to $25,000 on a single $5 bet. Come play at either Best Bet location today.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org. What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
After 2 periods of play, the Jacksonville Icemen have the lead over the Atlanta Gladiators 3-1. They lead this best-of-7 series 1-0, so they're looking for a commanding 2-0 advantage in this best-of-7. Let's now move to the ECHL scoreboard reader. Plenty going on in the postseason.
Yeah.
All postseason matchups are going tonight. And we'll start with one final score. It's all the way up in Newfoundland. They're an hour and a half, I believe, ahead of everybody.
Yep,
I love that half hour.
Yeah, it's correct.
And it's a battle of Quebec. The two teams, or excuse me, a battle of Canada, not Quebec. The two teams from Canada facing off each other in the first round. The Newfoundland Growlers in game 1 of that series have defeated the Trois-Rivières Lions 7-4 in that one tonight. Elsewhere in the North Division, the Reading Royals, who do already have a 1-0 series lead, they have a 3-0 lead tonight over the Maine Mariners. They're looking to go up 2-0 in that series. The big one that you addressed in the tail end of that second period, Reader, is in the South Division, the other matchup with the Greenville Swamp Rabbits in Florida for game 1 of their best-of-7 series, and Greenville, the 4 seed, with a commanding 3-0 advantage over Florida. That's midway through the second period as Greenville gets goals from Kasastel, Nikita Pavlichev, and Aiden McDonald. Didn't see that coming at all, not to that magnitude anyway. I thought that Greenville would give them a battle and actually win the series. So we predicted that in our podcast. Certainly didn't expect 3-0, however, and give credit to Greenville. Even though they might not have had the best record in the playoffs from the South Division, they may have been the hottest team of the 4 going into the postseason from the South.
No question about that. They were the hottest team in the division coming down the stretch, and they earned themselves a playoff spot, and they get the #1 seed, and right now riding that momentum. And they were a team that I don't think anyone wanted to see going into that first round. I'm sure Florida's glad they won the division, but it came out at maybe a potential price.
Elsewhere from the playoffs, it is the Toledo Walleye, the Central Division. They're the 1 seed. They're the overall #1 seed. The Brabham Cup winners are the Toledo Walleye. Game 1 of their series against the Cincinnati Cyclones. It is 2-1 Toledo. Both goals from the Walleye from old Jacksonville Icemen friend John Albert. Johnny Albert with a pair of goals for Toledo. Of course, he played for Jacksonville the last time the Icemen were in the playoffs in 2019. Elsewhere in the Central, it's the 2 seed Fort Wayne Comets hosting the Wheeling Nailers, but Wheeling on the road has the lead right now. Patrick Watling, who had a whale of a season for Wheeling, has the only goal of that game. The other 2 contests have not started yet. They will both be starting in about 15 minutes. It's the 1 seed Utah Grizzlies in the Mountain Division. They host the 4 seed Tulsa Oilers, and the #2 seed from the Mountain is the Rapid City Rush. They are hosting the Allen Americans. Very strange to see a Kelly Cup playoff season without the Idaho Steelheads. Idaho did not make the playoffs this year. They were eliminated in the final weekend of the regular season. We'll take another quick break and return in just a couple of minutes. It is 3-1 Jacksonville after 2 periods of play. Third period is on deck. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 34th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2022 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Flow Sports, the exclusive streaming provider of the ECHL; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Handbid, the official mobile auction app; Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, official puck provider; My Gray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; Sideline Swap, official online marketplace of the ECHL; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL and title sponsor of the 2022 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv.
Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Icemen action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
Just be positive. Your Community First Mortgage champions make sure you get a great rate, a quick close, and can save you about $3,000 in closing costs. Apply at communityfirstfl.org. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fan Zam, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at jacksicemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Best Bet Jacksonville and Orange Park are open and excited to bring you the best in poker, simulcast wagering, cocktails, sushi, and more. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more information. Best Bet, experience the best.
The Jacksonville Icemen are always looking to give back to the communities of North Florida. The team offers a ticket fundraising program that many local nonprofits and schools and charitable organizations can take advantage of. The program is simple. Your organization sells tickets to an Icemen home game, and a portion of each ticket purchase will go directly to your cause. This is a fun and easy way to raise money and gain exposure for your organization or school. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or log on to jacksicemen.com.
Welcome back to downtown Jacksonville. Arlie Johnson with you. Third period just about to begin, and the Icemen are on top by a pair. 3-1 is the score. The Icemen will begin the third period on a power play, but just for a couple of ticks of the clock. Jacksonville wins the draw. It is Zach Brazola, cross ice for Lodermeyer. Teams are now at 5-on-5 as Greg Campbell comes out of the penalty box, and the Icemen clear into the Atlanta zone. Travis Howe, who has a big goal tonight, third goal of the night. Right now, the go-ahead goal, though, belongs to Brendan Harris as Atlanta plays it out to the Jacksonville end. Poking it into the corner is Sangoon Sheen behind the Icemen net. Brazola is on the puck, tries to rim it around. Blocked there by Holscher. Centering pass, Sheen unable to get a redirect in front of the net. Atlanta holds onto the puck, turnaround shot, saved by Williams. Rebound is loose. Williams has it right at the goal line. He's able to fall down on it and keep it out of the net. Not by much, but an excellent save by Williams in the opening seconds of this third period. And Jacksonville, the longer they can hold on to this 2-goal lead, obviously the better. They know that they're going to get the best that Atlanta has to offer in this third period. At least they certainly expect to get that. And they did get it in this opening shift. Charles Williams, I think, has played great in net for the Icemen tonight, saving 16 of 17 shots. Atlanta wins the faceoff from the blue line. Rister floats wide of the net, comes off the end boards. Atlanta still with it, but a poke check from Fortunato knocks it free from Topatij. Jacksonville trying to clear. They can't do it yet. It's tied up along the near side boards. Poked free. Martin gets it loose. He does clear it to center ice. And Cody Sylvester drops back into his own end, feeding the puck for Paul McAvoy. Cross ice look. It is Topatij. Up the left side for Sylvester. McAvoy is onside. Sharp angle shot. Save is made by Williams with the blocker. Rebound comes up high. The Icemen get it to center. Martin tries to kick it ahead, looking for Harris. Harris takes it to the blue line, but couldn't get by Bernard. Now Harris looks for the turnover, forcing Bernard to get spilled on the play. At the blue line, the Icemen with a steal. Great pass. It is Howardchuk unable to feed it to Martin, who would have been all alone on the doorstep, but he was pushed off the puck just before he could release the pass. Atlanta gets it back at center ice. They'll play it into the Icemen zone. Jacksonville right back out with an easy clear in. Hustling for the puck is Nazarian. He'll prevent the icing. Great hustle there. Nazarian looks for a trailer. He'll move it in front. Forehand off the side of the net. He gets it back, but he can't turn and fire it back on goal. Atlanta plays it off a skate, comes back to Nazarian. 1-on-2 for the moment. Shielding the puck with his body. Tries to center right through the blue paint, and he couldn't get a stick on it on the redirect. It is Atlanta now skating out 2-on-2. Gertler over the blue line. Rister is blocked. Rebound comes to the Icemen. They'll play it off the wall and out. Atlanta drives it right back in. Delayed offside, now waved off. 17:44 to go in the third period. Jacksonville on top, 3-1. Looking to gain a commanding 2-0 advantage in this best-of-7 series. Atlanta with a long outlet pass. knocked away by Jacksonville. The Icemen take it at their own blue line. Bouncing puck at center. Lodermeyer will knock it over the line, trying to feed McKinnon. Travis Howe helping out as well. Howe with a big hit on Dalton Thrower. The two of them jaw at each other. Howe with a bit of a slash on Thrower as Atlanta gets it to center ice. They'll wrist it in from the red line on Williams. He'll make the easy glove save and elect to take a face-off. So the draw will come into the Icemen zone. 17 minutes, 14 seconds to go in period number 3. And Jacksonville still working this 3-1 advantage over the Gladiators. Face off to the left of Williams. Taking the draw for the Icemen, Derek Lodermeyer. I would expect him to be the face-off man in as many defensive zone draws as possible in this third period for Jacksonville. He's paired up with Luke Lynch and Travis Howe. For the Gladiators, it's Derek Nesbitt on the face-off. Their veteran team captain. Jacksonville wins the faceoff. Panetta brims it around for Berzola. Howe is able to redirect it over the blue line with the help of Luke Lynch. Lynch lost his stick briefly as the Gladiators take it away at neutral ice. Holscher steps around a hit from Howe, but the Icemen get the steal. Bouncing puck. The Icemen get it into the Atlanta zone. Looking for it is Luke Lynch. Helping out is Lodermeyer. It'll go to an opposite wing all the way to the blue line. Goes off a skate. Travis Howe able to hold it in, at least briefly. Gladiators get it back, though, and Topatij will move it for Nesbitt at the red line. Nesbitt with a long slapper on net, easily gloved there by Williams. He'll swing it free for Jacob Panetta. Panetta looking for Craig Martin. Flying through center ice, he'll chip and chase. McAvoy is on the puck behind his own net. Martin completes the body check, now creates the turnover. Howard to the blue line. Wrister from the line. Save is made by Murdaka. Man, what a juicy rebound, but nobody there for Jacksonville to pick it up. And well done defensively there by Jacob Friend as well, as Atlanta was looking for a home run pass. Friend read it very well and didn't allow anything from the Gladiators. Now a steal from the Icemen in the offensive zone. It's Harris turning past the man, leaving it for Nazarian in the near side corner. 2-on-2 battle along the wall. The Gladiators come away with it. They'll skate with a 3-man rush through center. It's Waugh with a wrister. That's deflected high off the glass. Comes all the way to the blue line. Nazarian safely knocks it out into the Gladiator end. 15:42 to go in the third period of a 3-1 contest. Jacksonville is on top. It's Turner from center ice. Gives it up to Giles. Lead pass ahead. Goes off a skate. Comes right by the penalty boxes at the near side boards. And the Gladiators come away with the puck. Atlanta tries to send a man away, but it's picked off by Jacksonville, stolen back by Atlanta. Bouncing puck goes into the corner to the right side of netminder Charles Williams. The Icemen pull it away. Sanchez with a reverse hit on Gertler, and it also helps him gain the possession of the puck as Nazarian plays it up the right side. No icing here. It goes into the Atlanta zone. Dalton Thrower rips it around the boards, finds Turner at center ice. He's 2-on-2 for the moment. Turner over the blue line. Ian McKinnon comes in defensively to help out, allowing Atlanta just nothing more than a clear in. And now it's Jacksonville with a clean break out of the zone. Berzola nearly ran into his own man in Travis Howe. That's not the man you want to be running into. Atlanta plays it down low behind the Jacksonville net. Several minutes here uninterrupted right now as the Gladiators get the steal in the offensive zone. Looking for a centering feed. Where's a penalty coming? It's on Jacksonville. Delayed call. And there's your touch-up from the Icemen. Power play for Atlanta coming up. High sticking is the penalty. And it's going to be a 2-minute call for high sticking. Travis Howe goes into the box. And power play number 4 coming up for Atlanta. The penalty killing from Jacksonville has been sensational, but it needs to stay that way. Atlanta scores here. And you're going to have some potentially very anxious moments in the remainder of this third period. So Jacksonville with, I think, is a vital kill. Luke Lynch will take this draw for Jacksonville against Cody Sylvester for the Gladiators. Atlanta 0 for 3 with the man advantage tonight. They are 0 for 7 thus far in the series. Jacksonville wins the draw. They'll slam it around the boards. It's not out. It's held in at the blue line. Jacob Friend, though, will get another crack at it, and he makes no mistake. He'll rifle it 200 feet. Tapadic behind his own net for Atlanta starts the attack. Craig Martin penalty killing with Luke Lynch. It's Sylvester to the blue line. Slips around one man. He'll take it behind the net. Lynch for the puck, tries to swing it away from Nesbitt. Nesbitt keeps it in at the corner. Jacob Friend got a piece of it. Lynch trying to get a piece of it too. They're not in a position to clear it yet, and the Gladiators hold it in at the line. Shot on net may have been deflected, but Williams makes the save anyway with no rebound. Williams going down to the butterfly, making the stop, and no rebound. That's important there. You don't want to allow too many second chances in front, as Atlanta is pressuring the Jacksonville goal on the power play. 1:23 remaining on the penalty to Travis Howe. Derek Lodermeyer now on the draw for Jacksonville. He is killing with Ben Howarchuk. The defensemen change up as well. Zach Berzola with Victor Hadfield. Gertler takes the faceoff for Atlanta. Nobody gets the handle to it. It goes to the far side board, still pinned up along the wall. Berzola's doing a great job just killing some more time up against the kick plates. Just has it tied up with his skates right at the wall. It's still tied up there. Finally comes free to the blue line. Atlanta gets it. Shot is blocked in front, comes free for Bernard. Another shot is blocked. Atlanta looks for another centering feed. Williams is there, trying to cover it up. He's able to do so. And Charles Williams continues to play solid in net in a game that he wasn't even supposed to start. Remember, Francois Brassard was due to get the nod for the second straight night for Jacksonville, but in the late morning today, he was called up to the American Hockey League's Hartford Wolfpack. So Charles Williams gets the late notice that he's going to be starting in net tonight, and he has risen to the occasion. A tremendous effort from him, as the Gladiators are now up to 22 shots on goal, exact same number as Jacksonville. Still 58 seconds to go on the power play for Atlanta. 13:27 to go in the third. It's Lodermeyer on another faceoff for Jacksonville against Gertler. Atlanta wins this one. Cross ice, Bernard, wrister on goal, snatched again by Williams. Bernard did not get all of it, but Williams had to make the glove save anyway, and this time the faceoff comes to the right side of Williams. And Jacksonville will choose to change up their penalty killers here to Abbott Gerdukis and Aaron Nazarian. Atlanta wins another draw. They'll set up at the blue line. Campbell with a slap shot. Heavy screen, but Williams kicks it aside with the right leg. Rebound to the right wing side. Fortunato finds an opening. He'll rim it off the kick plates and out. Back into the Atlanta zone, 38 seconds to go on the power play for the Gladiators. It's Campbell. Dishing to the left for McAvoy. Now it's Holscher. He'll chip in. McAvoy chases after it. Jacob Friend is there also. Fortunato looking for the loose change, centering feed, stolen by Jacksonville. Here comes Nazarian. He'll clear it away. Didn't have the opportunity on the odd man rush, so he makes the safe play and just clears it out. Just 12 seconds to go on the power play for Atlanta, as Campbell skates through center ice. Slap shot from center ice. Williams got a piece of that one. Berzola turns and fires it up glass and out. That will do it. Out of the penalty box is Travis Howe, and the Gladiators 0 for 4 on the power play. Teams are back at 5-on-5. 12:20 to go in the third period. Jacksonville still on top, 3-1. It's Nesbitt from the blue line. Jacksonville turns it right back away. Loose in the neutral zone. Gladiators move it forward. It is Nesbitt for Waugh from the right circle. His shot is blocked. Craig Martin comes away with a loose change. He'll play it off the glass and out. Is this going to be icing? Yes, Jacob Graves went nowhere near the puck. He practically turned away from the puck so that he would not be allowed to touch it for a potential icing. He got the call, and the faceoff will be in the Jacksonville end. And the Icemen cannot change their 5 players on the ice. Travis Howe stays on the ice. He just came out of the penalty box. And the draw will be to the right side of Charles Williams. Updating from Florida, the Everblades are on the board. A Stefan LeBlanc tally has Florida on the board. They trail, though, 3-1, and that's after 2 periods of play. So the Swamp Rabbits looking to draw first blood in that game 1 of the South Division semifinals. It's Lynch on the faceoff for Jacksonville against Michael Turner for Atlanta. Lynch wins this one cleanly. It is Zach Berzola around the wall for Panetta, not out yet. Shot from Graves is deflected away, and it's Jacksonville clearing it out of the zone. No icing here, at least I don't believe so. No, they will not call it. Graves behind his own net. Lynch looking for the turnover as we have a chant of "Let's go Icemen" from the crowd. Jacksonville just playing conservative hockey right now. No reason to do anything fancier than that. Just make sure you take care of business in your own end. You don't have to go into a complete defensive shell. Just make sure you're making the right decisions on the defensive side of things. And you're not taking chances offensively, creating some turnovers. Big hit from Thrower, that's Josh Thrower, and then Thrower goes after Sean Giles. Giles didn't want any part of that, and Nazarian is down again on a hit up high from Josh Thrower. And I wonder if they're gonna send just Thrower to the box. Giles did nothing, and I think they're gonna send them both to the box. And I'm surprised that there's not a penalty on the initial hit on Aaron Nazarian, because that was up high.
Yeah, that's hopefully this doesn't even up and maybe Thrower gets an extra, but you know, I mean, Thrower just turned and looked at Giles, threw the gloves off and grabbed him and then hit him, and Giles didn't do anything. That's just a bad, you know, view of what happened in that situation. They got that one wrong.
I think Cameron Fleming is actually threatening to give Giles a 10-minute misconduct as well. I don't think he did give it to him, but I'm pretty sure that was the conversation there, is you better shut up or else you're gonna be gone for the night.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. It's like you get jumped, let's say, essentially. Now Thrower stopped. He realized Giles wasn't doing anything. He didn't engage, but you got a guy who dropped his gloves and then kind of threw a little jab while the other one did nothing. I don't know. It's just one of those situations where you just can't let that slide, but it is the case. They only had the one penalty up on the board, so, but, you know, that's what I'm saying. I didn't see where there would be an extra penalty there for Thrower in that situation. It looks like it is going to be a power play. So in that regard, I guess they got it right, but what would be that extra penalty there?
Well, I think the extra penalty is the hit on Nazarian. There was no hand up.
Right.
If that's the call, it was an exceptionally late call.
It was,
and maybe the two officials talking it over.
Yeah, exactly. That I would understand if they were calling the initial hit and then what Thrower did, but they didn't call that initial hit, so.
Now, at least not at first glance.
Yeah.
If they made that call, it was a very late post-whistle decision there. But my guess is it's going to be 4 minutes for Thrower, 1 for the hit, which, by the way, was a high hit. I think it was the right call ultimately is made. And then maybe matching minors after that between Thrower and Giles.
Well,
wait a minute. Oh, no, it is still going to be. It's an extra 2 minutes, but they're just changing the number of the player. It should remain at 55, the number for Josh Thrower, instead of changing it to 74. Either way, it is going to be a power play for
That makes more sense then, but again, Giles still didn't do much there, but I didn't see that they initially were making a penalty call on the hit and making an assumption that they're just taking both to the box. Now that would make sense there in that situation.
So your penalties: 4 minutes for roughing for Josh Thrower. Jacksonville wins the draw. On the power play, Panetta with a drive, just goes wide to the stick side. I like the one-timer there from Panetta, even though he missed the net. It comes around to the near side. Craig Martin with it. Back to the line. It goes for Brendan Harris, playing it down low. Nazarian looks for a man in front. He'll go to the line instead. It's Panetta. Into the corner for Gerdukas. Panetta gets it back. Panetta feeding it for Gerdukas. Back to Panetta, but it's deflected away. Good step up there from Derek Tepadish. And the Icemen have to reset it at their own line. Craig Martin over the line for Harris. Harris shoved off the puck, but he gets it right back into the slot. It's Nazarian all alone. Can't finish it off on the shot. Murdaka may have gotten a piece of it. Great play there, but not finished off by Jacksonville. Panetta, one-timer. Pad save made by Murdaka. And Panetta got all of that one. Panetta gets it back at the center point for Martin, and then for Harris at the right face-off dot. Underneath, centering feed, one-timer. Score! A power play goal! It's happened! It's finally happened! The Icemen with a power play goal, and they go on top 4-1. Abbott Gerdukas finishes off that pretty passing play 4-1 Jacksonville.
Yeah, and I mean, pretty play at that. A lot of creativity on that opportunity, and that's some of the freedom that the Icemen coaching staff will give the power play unit. They want them shooting it more. They want to give them that creative freedom. That was a nice little play as Nazarian, no look, across the crease, backside over for Gerdukas perfectly. Oh, beautiful setup. Doesn't get any more executed than that, or perfectly executed than that. And now it's 4-1 Jacksonville with the power play strike, and it comes at a great time, Arlie.
Oh, I mean, any time would have been a great time for that, as the Icemen finally break the seal on their power play drought. And perhaps that one goal could be the difference. Jacksonville 1 for 4 on the power play tonight. And here's Joe Massa with your goal call.
A power play goal. Scoring his first goal of the playoffs, number 39, Abbott Gerdukas. Assisted by number 22, Aaron Nazarian, and number 83, Brendan Harris. Time of the goal, 9 minutes, 51 seconds.
Thank you so much, Joe. Face off in the Atlanta zone. The Icemen have their 3-goal lead back. I think that is monumental for the Icemen to go back on top by 3. You didn't want to allow Atlanta a breath of hope in this third period, and that is going to give them a lot of extra breathing room for the Icemen. Atlanta clears in. Williams kicks it into the corner as it ended up on net. Jacksonville tries to clear around the wall. It's held in. Shot from Yoder goes well wide of the net. Atlanta keeps it in behind the Jacksonville cage. Looking to center the Gladiators, but it's well defended by Brandon Fortunato against Hugo Waugh. Fortunato sticking with Waugh all the way, drives him into the glass. He just pasted him into the glass there, and then Fortunato ends up with the puck. Beautifully defended there by Brandon Fortunato as Jacob Friend comes up the left wing side, still trying to clear it out, and finally able to work it free and into the Atlanta end. 9:21 to go in the third period. The Icemen now on top by 3. 4-1 is your score. Brendan Harris had an assist, and here come the Icemen again, but a whistle and a penalty coming. And I believe is this going to Jacksonville?
It is.
Brendan Harris goes into the box, and it's Atlanta on the power play when we come back. We'll take a break in just a moment. Actually, we're going to leave it right here as the Icemen are on top by 3. 4-1 is your score. And let's talk about the power plays and the specialty teams in general, not just tonight, but for the series now, Reader. We've addressed this a couple of times, that if the Icemen can just neutralize the specialty teams, I think they're going to have a great chance in this series. I know you agree with me.
Yeah.
Well, now in the postseason, the Icemen finally with that power play goal. They're now 1 for 11 on the power play. But on the flip side, Atlanta 0 for 8 on the power play. They're not doing anything either. Penalty kills have been great. And finally, it's Jacksonville that breaks through with the man advantage.
Yeah, minimizing and not allowing Atlanta to, we talked about it, contain, let's say. They got a great first line on the power play. We're going to see it here, probably to get things started with Nesbitt and Neely and Sylvester, and a lot of punch there. You just name a list here. It's a great first group here, but you're right. This is where the area that could make the difference down the stretch, especially when your power play is indeed struggling. I mean, Icemen just scored a minute ago. That's great. Hopefully they can build off of that. But it is an area that has been tough here for Jacksonville. But if their penalty kill can contain this top unit and the power play for Atlanta, in most cases, that's going to be all right. That'd be all they need to do here.
So Jacksonville down a man. Big kill. This game is definitely not over yet. Head coach Nick Luco and everybody on the ice realizes this is a 60-minute game. Atlanta with a slap shot. It is blocked out to center by Luke Lynch, stepping into that shooting lane. Gladiators are right back into the zone. Waugh at the left side, bouncing puck, held in by the Glads. It's Nesbitt at the blue line on his backhand. Tries to move it into the corner. He finds Cody Sylvester. Berzola defends on him, but he couldn't locate the puck. Goes off the side of the net. It comes loose for Jacksonville. It's cleared out by Craig Martin. This is actually chance number 9 on the power play, I believe, for the Gladiators now, as they work through center ice. It is Sylvester over the blue line. Man goes down off the puck for Atlanta as Williams makes a big-time save again off the stick of Derek Nesbitt from the right face-off circle. And I'm not so sure if this is kind of hidden in this game. To me, it's not. Maybe to others it is. Charles Williams has played sensational tonight.
Yeah, he really has. And we talked about it, his past experience. He's got a pretty decent amount of playoff experience in this league heading in, this being his 21st game. So this is nothing new. He's been in this stage, in these situations before, and he's playing a very poised and very sound game here tonight, not allowing a lot of opportunities. He's seeing the puck well.
Atlanta all alone is Sang-Hoon Sheen. Blocked in front. Fortunato with a diving block of that shot from Sang-Hoon Sheen, who took just too long to uncork that shot away. And now it's Jacksonville skating shorthanded.
Love it, Arlie. Just love it. Just love seeing everybody dialed in right now. Everybody hitting, finishing plays, back checking, blocking shots. It's just the perfect time of year. Playoff hockey is just a lot of fun.
It's so clear that the Icemen players have bought into with the system here as Williams makes another save. The rebound goes to the Jacksonville. Foot race for the puck. Howard Chuck was at the end of a shift. He couldn't work it free from Hugo Waugh. We've got a whistle and a stoppage in play. I believe the helmet of Charles Williams had become unsnapped. The strap came off, so he got the whistle from the referee. 40 seconds to go on the power play for Atlanta. I believe we're going to have a neutral zone face-off here.
Yeah, the play was going the other way. They will bring it out, and Williams had obviously called. He's had an issue with the mask. You don't want to mess with that, but they waited until it looked like, okay, it was out of the zone and before making any kind of play on it. So face-off comes out of the zone, and that's all right. That's okay, because the Iceman had was able to get the puck and work it out. So that's where it probably should be here in a situation.
It's actually outside the Atlanta blue line. Charles Williams is not ready yet. I wonder if he needs to head to the bench to get some consulting from equipment manager Matt Conti for Jacksonville. Conti, an interested onlooker as Williams is trying to do it himself in the crease.
He's ready to go, though. Ready to spring into action, Matt Conti.
Surprised he's not jumping on the ice and just going straight to him. But that would be Jake Reardon that would be doing that. Willie's good to go, it looks like. Mask is back on. Let's get the blocker, make sure we're good. The glove as well. Sharp new pads, of course, for Willie that he got about a month or so ago. And he's played very well in them. Jacksonville plays it into the Atlanta zone. 38 seconds to go on the power play for the Gladiators. Then the Icemen on top by 3 with 7:40 to go in the game. Atlanta clears in, but it's a errant pass. It's going to be icing against Atlanta with the power play. If Atlanta does not score here, I am highly intrigued at how the final 7 minutes and change will play out here. Will Atlanta go for the equalizer, or will they just try and play physical and maybe set the tone for game 3, which is not until next Wednesday? It could potentially get very nasty in the closing minutes.
Yeah, it could, and it's something to watch out for. You hope that it doesn't, that these guys will just compete, and if the hitting's part of it, great. Keep it clean and, on both sides. But you're right, Atlanta, they're going to need some kind of momentum shift if that were to be how it plays out here. But they really need to try to convert here on this power play.
It's McAvoy taking it into the offensive zone. Still a little bit of time left on the clock for the Gladiators. 16 seconds to go on the power play. Gertler at the right faceoff circle. Into the corner for Holscher. Gertler gets it back at the blue line. Holscher from the dot. Tries to move it in front. It deflects to the near side boards. Campbell holds it in. Centering feed comes to Gertler at the line. Teams are back at full strength. Campbell with a slap shot. That's blocked by Nazarian. Another sellout from the Icemen. Blocking shots in front, and now Jacksonville comes away with the loose puck. Nazarian will clear it away, and Holscher with a slash on Nazarian. Very clear that Atlanta's mindset and the message from their coach, Jeff Pyle, is go after Aaron Nazarian in particular, because he has been targeted all night long.
No, he has been targeted, and they're trying to make his life rough and miserable. He's been on the receiving end of hits, and not to mention a lot of slashes and everything, and he just blocked the shot. That's not going to help. He's going to be sore tomorrow, Aaron Nazarian.
But a fantastic effort there as Atlanta tries a wraparound shot, but Jacksonville is there to deny that one defensively as well. Gladiators hold it in, losing a stick briefly as Brandon Fortunato. He quickly picks it back up, but the puck is behind the Icemen net. Lynch tries to work it free. It's stolen by Atlanta and held in. Sheen behind the net on his backhand. Centering feed knocked away by Jacksonville. Cleared to the line, but not out. Turnaround shot from a sharp angle. Blocked in front. Friend chips it off glass. It goes to the blue line. Still not out. Sylvester looks to move it in front. Williams forced to make a save. Swept away by Lynch, still not cleared. 4 men are down off the puck, 2 for each team. Fortunato taken down from behind by Sylvester as he tries to get back up. Another shot block from the Icemen. And finally a whistle and a penalty, and Travis Howe wants a piece of Cody Sylvester.
Yeah, Sylvester, he was getting a little rough there with Fortunato. Gave him a cross check in the back when Fortunato was down, and that's when the referee came in to from the far side. It was the referee that was just outside the zone calling the initial penalty, but I think this is going to even up here. Nice little battle between Sylvester and Fortunato.
And Fortunato with the chirp as old as time, pointing his hand up to the scoreboard, saying scoreboard to Cody Sylvester as they both go to the penalty box. 5:48 to go in the third period. Jacksonville on top, 4-1. As the Icemen look for a 2-0 series lead over Atlanta. And remember, this series continues here in Jacksonville next week. Atlanta does not have ice availability until May 1st, so Jacksonville, if they finish the job here tonight, will stay at home for games 3 and 4, already up 2-0 in the series. And Jacksonville is doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They've got an opportunity because of how the scheduling worked out for Atlanta, and they're seizing the moment. At least thus far, they certainly are doing so.
Oh, they've done a great job here, and just playing the physical game here, and they've been opportunistic and taking advantage of situations, and they've just been great all around, Arlie. And again, the one blemish really on their defensive effort, Atlanta didn't make them pay for it. That's the only issue there on the goal. So it's going to be very tough here to. For Atlanta here to try to pull through here. There's plenty of time. They just got to get something here to go in their favor to give them a spark, because right now the Icemen are shutting them down in this situation. But still some time up on the clock here, and it's a 4-on-4, Arlie. Things open back up. But again, keep in mind one of their explosive guys, Sylvester, in the box right now for the Glads.
That's a great observation there, Reader. Atlanta is dangerous in this situation, as are the Icemen for that matter, but it's Jacksonville that doesn't need to be flashy at this point. Atlanta needs this extra ice space. Jacksonville just trying to kill the time. It's Berzola from center, wristing it in. It goes off the end boards right back to the goaltender, Murdaka. Couple of Icemen players collide as the Gladiators move it all the way up ice. They may have a 2-on-1. Wow, left wing side. Goes to the backhand. Williams with a big-time save again on the redirect. And the faceoff will come to his right-hand side. Hugo Waugh with a tremendous move. And then the centering feed to Tapadic. But Williams, once more, is up to the task.
Hey, he was. That was a big-time stop there, and he was pretty poised, didn't really seem rattled at all, just made the save, knew exactly where they were going to go with it, held his ground in his position, was able to make the save and get the cover there. That whole play started for Atlanta. A couple Iceman players ran into each other, and that little delay of them colliding. And that's where Jacksonville needs to be careful in a more of an open situation such as this. Don't need a lot of guys going deep right now. You need to make certain everyone gets back to cover the numbers for Atlanta, because Atlanta's going to try to take advantage of it.
Icemen win the faceoff. They do not clear, but they'll try again behind their own net. Sean Giles on the backhand. Ridden off the puck by the Gladiators. Helping out there is Nazarian. He will move it off the glass and out. And we have a whistle, and what do we have? More penalties? Is it matching penalties again? Gertler for sure is going. I think Giles is going to join him.
Yeah, something happened there behind the play between the two of them, and so they're going to sit in the box, and the feistiness.
Yeah, they're continuing to chirp at each other from the penalty boxes as well. It is getting awful spirited down there as Jacksonville, with 5 minutes exactly to go in the third period, still comfortably holding this 4-1 advantage. And it's going to stay 4-on-4 for another minute 13. These matching minors will not affect manpower because it was already at 4-on-4. So the faceoff will be in the Gladiator zone. And Jacksonville sends out Aaron Nazarian with Abbott Gerdukis. Those two just connected on a gorgeous power play goal a few minutes ago to pad the advantage for the Icemen. And Jacksonville wins the draw as well. They'll tap it free for Gerdukis. Gerdukis moving it down low for Nazarian. Defending is Bernard on the play. It goes behind the Atlanta net, and the Gladiators pull it loose. It's McAvoy through center ice. For Sheen, he'll forehand in. Williams is able to block it behind the net. He'll rim it around. Good work for Jacob Friend, and the Icemen with a clean break out of their zone. Panetta from center ice. A simple clear in. That's all the Icemen need to do at this point, is really just dump and chase and have a good, strong forecheck. Atlanta plays it to center ice. They continue with the puck. Sheen tries to step around a man. He'll take it into the corner, but the Icemen possess from there. It is Panetta for Howardchuk. Safely out, too soft for icing. Each team will get a man back in 28 more seconds. It is Bernard through the neutral zone for the Gladiators. Coming out of the net is Murdaka. One-timer from Waugh and a score. Hugo Waugh with the goal on a rifle shot just under the crossbar. 4:06 to go. Atlanta's on the board again. It's 4-2.
Yeah, and again, just as they got Murdaka out, I don't even know, did he make it to the bench?
He made it to the bench.
Yeah, he's just standing right there for the line. That was a rocket shot, just stepping into it, a high riser. Got Williams to kind of drift over to the right there, and that puck sailed away from his glove, which was up in there, but his momentum was taking him to the right, and that shot was sailing left. Good hard rocket shot there from Waugh, who found some space, and 2-goal game, Arlie, makes it interesting here with 4:06 to go.
Waugh's first goal of the postseason, and we'll no doubt see Joe Murdaka head to the bench again. Here comes Atlanta, 2-on-1. Centering feed, shot goes wide. Berzola may have blocked it. Jacksonville now looking at an empty net of Atlanta. The Icemen have possession in their own zone. They'll loft it high into the air, too soft for icing. That was dangerous for Atlanta, and I think Berzola had a huge block on that play.
Yeah, I think he did. And what the Icemen tried to do there, they over-pursued the puck. I mean, it's just that simple.
McKinnon just threw a man down on the ice cleanly as Atlanta's trying to break out of their own zone. They get it to center ice, but that's it. Remember, Jacksonville still has an empty net to shoot at. They'll drive it just wide off the stick of McKinnon. So Jacksonville trying to put this one away with an empty netter. 3:20 to go. Atlanta with 6 skaters on the ice and an empty net behind them. Jacksonville tries to clear out. Luke Lynch taps it for McKinnon. McKinnon chips it off glass and safely to center. The Icemen on top now just by 2. Atlanta has just scored. Steal by Jacksonville. Martin's shot to the empty net, however, is deflected, and it goes behind the Atlanta net. Gladiators get it back at center ice. McAvoy over the blue line, going wide on Friend. Shot goes off the side of the net. McAvoy gets it back. He'll reverse it. McKinnon is there trying to clear it away. He'll just tie it up along the wall right now and kill a little more time. Atlanta comes away with it. They're behind the Jacksonville net, centering feed. Loose in the goal mouth. Sylvester on the forehand, moves it cross ice. A shot and another score from Atlanta. It's 4-3. There's still 2:35 to go in the game. And Atlanta, I think it's Michael Turner who gets that goal. And don't go anywhere just yet.
Yeah, we've seen this before, haven't we, Arlie? I mean, I hate to bring it up, but again, you can't quit on this team. And Jacksonville's had a tough time in their own end in spurts where they have a tough time getting clears and getting the handle on the puck. Plenty of time now for Atlanta with that option to, with the empty net at their disposal. But Jacksonville, they're going to call timeout right now, trying to get maybe just kind of calm things down a little bit, maybe kind of quell the momentum. But you need to try to get an empty netter right here, Arlie, if anything.
So timeout is called. Was that a timeout called by Jacksonville? I believe that it was.
Yeah, I believe it was.
So Atlanta with 2 goals in the span of about a minute and a half has moved it from 4-1 to 4-3, and there's still 2:35 left in the game. So Jacksonville now just hanging on to this advantage against Atlanta. And again, give credit to the Gladiators. I mean, 2 great shots.
I mean, fantastic shots here. And again, they collapsed down low. All the Icemen players were just kind of around the crease. And, Atlanta was able to creep. Almost everybody on the Atlanta uniform was just around that hash marker below it. I mean, that's how close things were. So Icemen got to tighten that up here. But dig in a little bit deep here. Crowd's going to try to get behind them. And we'll see what happens here, but we'll keep an eye on Murdaka.
I think the message in that timeout from Nick Luco is just keep your structure. Don't panic. We're fine. They were scrambling a little bit there in those last couple of minutes. Now it's time to keep the structure for Jacksonville and keep Atlanta off the board. Gladiators back into the zone again. There goes Murdaka once more to the bench. Centering feed picked off by Jacksonville. They'll clear it to center ice. Bouncing puck. Can Jacksonville get there? Not quite. The Gladiators clear it back in. Williams leaves it for Berzola. He'll rim it around. It goes by everybody and into the Atlanta zone. It will be called icing. Clock stops with 2:08 on the clock. And the Icemen now clinging to this 1-goal lead. Just a few minutes ago, it was 4-1. No timeout here. Faceoff will be to the right side of Charles Williams. And how big is that power play goal from Abbott Gerdukis now?
Yeah, I mean, it was big time. And again, that was a power play goal. That's the difference right now. So go figure there for Jacksonville. 2:08, though. That's all that went off the clock, Harley. It seems like it's going really, really slow, doesn't it?
It does. It does. Should be a running clock right now, right?
Yeah.
Face off to the right of Williams. Atlanta wins it. One-timer from the blue line. It goes just wide to the blocker side. Atlanta tries to center, but the Icemen break it up. Jacksonville cannot clear it out. Atlanta behind the net, centering feed. Williams is able to deny it and cover it up right at the short side post. Heavy pressure right now from Atlanta. They have all the momentum, but Jacksonville has the lead. We'll see if Jacksonville can hang on here with 1:54 on the clock. Faceoff will be to the right side of Williams. And it's going to be Derek Lodermeyer on the faceoff. Atlanta wins the draw. They'll play it down low. It's Nesbitt, defended by Fortunato. Centering feed, nobody home. Atlanta holds it in. Campbell behind the net. Moves it free for Holscher. Holscher drops it into the corner. Lodermeyer tries to chip it ahead. Can Lynch get there? Not quite. Atlanta holds it in. Lodermeyer gets it back on his backhand. Does he play it out of the zone? What are they going to call? It's going to be a hand pass against Atlanta. They said that it was kept in the zone, but a hand pass was called. The linesman, Logan Berkowitz, makes that call. I thought it was going to be offside. I'll take the hand pass either way. Faceoff comes outside the blue line, and the crowd up on their feet now trying to carry Jacksonville to this victory.
And with the faceoff coming outside the zone, Murdaka is going to get back onto the ice in this situation.
And now they're saying Atlanta can't change up.
Yeah,
Atlanta is the road team in this game. For game 3, by the way, next week, I believe it is Atlanta that will be considered the home team, even though it's in Jacksonville. So maybe if this was game 3, Atlanta would have been allowed that change, but not tonight. Faceoff is in the neutral zone, just outside the Jacksonville blue line. Murdaka is back out on the ice, but he's standing between the hash marks, trying to get a head start to the bench. 91 seconds left in the contest. It's Derek Lodermeyer trying to win the draw. It's Atlanta in control. Campbell from center, wristing it in on net. Williams leaves the puck for Jacob Friend. Behind his net, he'll turn and play it off glass and out. This will be icing. And I think if Jacob Friend had that over again, he'd try and do something a little different with it.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. I think he had a little bit of time to, maybe try to angle it off the boards and go a different way, but he slung it down.
Draw will be to the right of Williams. Curious to see if Lodermeyer takes this faceoff from his off wing. He's a left-handed faceoff man. He will take the draw even though it's to the right of Williams. Puck is down. Jacksonville wins it. Friend on his forehand, drives it off glass, not out to Pottage with a shot that is blocked in front. Atlanta is back to 6 skaters on the ice, centering feed, bounces into the high slot. It comes away to the Icemen. They'll clear it out. It'll be icing again, but some valuable seconds will tick off the clock. Down to 1:02 to go.
Yeah, the Iceman bench is furious, saying they thought it hit an Atlanta player on the way down, and it shouldn't be an icing. But the linesman immediately fired back at the bench, saying, nope, I had it right. So it's an icing whistle here, and another face-off deep into the zone.
Lodermeyer will be counted on to win another one. Mitchell Holscher taking this face-off for Atlanta. It's Lodermeyer with Craig Martin and Luke Lynch as the forwards. Jacob Friend and Brandon Fortunato are your defensemen for Jacksonville. Puck is down. Jacksonville wins another one. Friend behind his net, rims it around. It goes off a skate, comes loose. Jacksonville, can they clear? No. It goes back behind the net. Going to the near side corner. Holscher tries to center. It's blocked by Fortunato, tied up along the wall. Jacksonville comes away with it. They cannot clear. It's deflected over the glass and out of play. Lynch had an opportunity to clear it out. If he'd gone to his backhand, he could have played it to center ice, but he tried to go to the forehand instead, and it went off a stick and out of play. Clock stops with 43 seconds to go in the game. Jacksonville up 4-3. Abbott Gerduckis takes this draw this time against Gertler. Gerduckis wins it, Jacksonville clears it. It goes to center ice, Atlanta right back. Bernard tries to clear it and he broke his stick. Jacksonville gets the puck back, they'll play it to center again. 30 seconds to go in the game. Atlanta at the red line. They'll play it in, Jacksonville gets it back towards an empty net. It's gonna go wide, it's gonna be icing. Clock stops with 23 seconds to go. Everybody in attendance is up on their feet right now.
It's unbelievable, but it's awesome too. You know, it's as painful as it can be. These seconds are just, you know, going at a snail's pace right now, but it's what this is all about, this playoff hockey. It's so exciting, and we're hanging on every moment, and that's just that energy is great here. It's the best time of year. We've been saying it, and this game's reinforcing that.
Atlanta wins a draw cleanly. Shot in the screen, saved by Williams. It was a big one. Held into the near side corner. Jacksonville looking for one final clear out. They can't get it. Atlanta behind the net, centering pass, comes right to the top of the crease. 10 seconds to go. Gladiators have it. Waugh to the blue line to Potash with a shot. Save Williams with the left arm. Centering feed, save Williams again. Loose at the top of the crease. Where's the time end? The puck is in. The green light is on. Are they gonna go to replay? The puck went in. The green light is on. Will it count? And also, is it goaltender interference on top of that?
Oh, man. Of course, of course. We'll see how they decide to score this one. Oh, my goodness, Arlie. Oh, my goodness. Well, we'll see.
So a couple of things to look at. First things first, did the puck cross the goal line before the clock hit 000? Second thing, is there goaltender interference on top of that? The crowd is chanting no goal. And we're gonna go to replay at the buzzer. The officials are bringing Jacksonville's Abbott Gerduckis over.
Well, looking at the replay here on my computer, the first initial shot, the referee's waving it, but there's still 1.1 second left. As I go frame by frame, now 7/10 seconds, 7/10 of a second, 6/10, 4/10. Ooh, I don't know. You can see in the picture there, Williams is looking behind him at that point. Doesn't mean that it's in. And then Atlanta celebrates with 3/10 of a second left. So based on that, I don't know. Based on the celebration time of Atlanta, he was obviously celebrating what he thought was a goal, and there's 3/10 of a second left on the clock, Arlie.
Let's look at that again and see if there's some potential interference on Williams as well.
Right, now we gotta look at that. I mean, you know, was there some bumping? I don't know. So we're gonna look at that here. And everyone listening right now, not seeing, we're just watching it on a replay, but I'm not seeing is there much in there, Arlie? So we're intently watching on the monitor here, Arlie and I got a feed here on the laptop, so bear with us, folks. I don't know. I think this could stand here, Arlie.
I think it may be a goal.
I really do. I think we might be headed to overtime here.
So they're continuing to watch the monitor here.
Unbelievable. Well, we'll see. Just based on what I don't see the puck cross the line at that moment. But I'm basing it on the Atlanta players celebrating at that time.
And we did not see any goaltender interference there either.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Perhaps Williams had the puck on his pad and perhaps they jammed at it from the pad.
Exactly.
That's possible.
Or again, the Atlanta player who's celebrating is behind the net. So he's behind the net right now. And he could have been seeing it rolling in and started celebrating. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, again, I can't tell.
Here's your call. It's a goal.
Yep.
It's a goal.
Yep, I
with
think it's
1/10 of a second.
I think it's the right call, Arlie. I'm just looking at the reaction there. It's hard to believe.
The goal stands. We're going to go to overtime. What a comeback from the Atlanta Gladiators. And the Icemen are going to have to find a way to regroup in overtime. So the puck drops. Atlanta has scored at 19:59.9. And we're going to overtime. It's a full 20-minute overtime. We can't tell who even scored that goal at the last moment, but either way, it's going to count. And Jacksonville somehow has to find a way to regroup after Atlanta scores 3 goals in the final 4:06 of regulation.
Trying to help the off-ice officials here figure out who was they got the goal. We don't know. I haven't got the call from the official. The official's going to have to make the call as to who got the goal. So we can't tell you that. But Arlie, this is unbelievable. Atlanta has done it again from a standpoint of rallying to tie after facing a deficit. And now we're heading to overtime here. And you could talk about, so it is Cody Sylvester, yeah, who gets the credit for the goal here. So, the fans are not happy. They're not liking it, but this is the way it's going to play out here. With 1/10 of a second remaining, that puck crosses the goal line there. And there you have it. Here we are. But Atlanta has rallied again to come back and tie this game.
Just an incredible turn of events here. All hope is not lost for Jacksonville. Let's keep that in perspective. It is tied. We still have overtime. Jacksonville can still win this game, but
sure.
Man, they certainly have to have a major regrouping session in the locker room right now.
Yeah, for sure. And this is one, you talk about different moments in a series, Arlie. This could be that moment for Atlanta where everything turns around. It looked like they were going to be down 2-0 and they were warming the bus up, but then now they've tied it up. If they come back and win this game, Arlie, and having done it twice in this building, there's nothing they can't do here against the Icemen in this building moving forward. Now, for the Icemen, you go back, you get the win, everyone's going to go berserk, and the momentum's going to be in your corner. You're up 2-0. But again, I'm just more stunned that this has happened again by the Gladiators to Jacksonville.
I think everybody in this building is stunned right now. Jacksonville actually went ahead 4-1 in the third period. Remember, a power play goal from Abbott Gerdukis at 9:51 of the third period. That put Jacksonville on top 4-1. It appeared to be a comfortable lead, but we know better because Atlanta has done it before in this building, and they're doing it again right now. Atlanta somehow rises from the dead. They score 3 goals in the final 4:06 of regulation. The first of the 3, Hugo Waugh at 15:54, his first of the postseason from Xavier Bernard. Then with just 2:35 remaining in the game, Atlanta on the board again. Michael Turner, his first of the postseason. Cody Sylvester assisting on that one from Sang-Hoon Shin. And then in the closing, literally 10th of a second, Atlanta jams at a puck, and they are able to slip it by Charles Williams and into the net. Give Cody Sylvester credit for the goal at 19:59.9. They put 0.1 second remaining on the clock. And that goal does count. From everything that we saw in our replays, for those who are hoping beyond hope that it was the wrong call from the referees, I think both Alex and I are in agreement. We think that it was the right call.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Jacksonville, but we do believe that that puck crossed the line before it went to 0-0.
Yeah.
I was actually more hoping that it was going to be maybe a situation where Atlanta had jammed at the puck when Charles Williams had it covered, and that maybe they would have called the goaltender interference more so than the timing going off. But that went without incident as well, and ultimately the goal stands. It is Cody Sylvester at 19:59, 1/10 of a second remaining in the game, and Atlanta ties the game. Jacksonville never could clear the puck out. They never could get the puck anywhere near the open net, and Atlanta scored 2 goals with an empty net behind them, and the first of the 3 goals was as Murdaka was skating to the bench in favor of an extra attacker as well. And I don't know how Atlanta did it, but they continue to do it. They have won 10 games this year when trailing after 2 periods of play, and now it's Jacksonville's job to make sure that it is not going to be 11, and we'll see what the Icemen can do here in the overtime session.
Yeah, it's and it will be 5-on-5 overtime, and we'll put another 20 minutes up on the board, and 5-on-5. No more 3-on-3s, none of that stuff. All that's over with. It's going to be basic playoff hockey, and we'll see how this goes. But the Icemen, man, on their heels there in that last second. We've seen it. They've had such a tough time getting the puck out of their zone. Arlie, you know, that's the thing that's been so tough for them. I've noticed here they've struggled in those situations. And boy, it was high pressure there. But again, when we looked at that replay, we talked about it. It does look like the right call, just based on, you know, from the angle we were looking at, Arlie, we know the puck was in. We just didn't tell it the exact moment. We couldn't see when it crossed. But basing it on the Atlanta player behind the net who was watching his reaction, there was time on the clock when he was reacting to the puck, what obviously was in the goal at that point. So unfortunately, it was just with 1/10 of a second. Unbelievable. Right. We're all stunned here. But again, should we be? I mean, we've seen this before, Arlie. Atlanta, this is where that veteran, you know, versus the young guys, the young crew and the Icemen, and, you know, and that lack of maybe playoff experience. This is where it's high pressure situations. Which team handles it best? Well, right now, it looks like Atlanta, at least tonight, has done just that, getting the clutch goal very late.
Yeah, but there's still time left to be done in this one.
100%,
Perhaps
yeah.
the Icemen can end up winning this one in dramatic overtime fashion also.
And that swings it right back the other way. And, you know, there's, you know, overtimes in playoffs are such big momentum shifts. So a big goal looms here for either side heading into this overtime session, Arlie.
We're going to stick with it right here. We're going to try and get to a commercial break in a little bit if we get the opportunity. But for now, let's go to the ECHL scoreboard. We'll give you a couple of final scores and then keep you up to date around the rest of the league. The finals are both from the North Division. Game 1 of the best of 7, Newfoundland has beaten Trois-Rivières. 7-4 your final score there in game 1 of that series. It was game 2 tonight between the Reading Royals and Maine Mariners. Reading gets the job done with a 3-0 final score. So the Royals get the shutout, and they lead that best of 7 series 2-0 over the Maine Mariners. Let's move now to the South Division, Jacksonville's other counterparts in the division. The Florida Everblades hosting the Greenville Swamp Rabbits, the number 1 seed Florida against the number 4 seed Greenville. Greenville jumped out to a 3-0 first period lead. Florida gets on the board in the second period, but it is still 3-1. Greenville is on top. There's only 6:35 left in that game as Greenville is looking to go up 1-0 in that series. A good one from Toledo. The Toledo Walleye and Cincinnati Cyclones are tied at 2. 15 minutes left to go in the third period of that game. Former Iceman John Albert has both goals for the Toledo Walleye in that game. Elsewhere from the Central Division, it's the Wheeling Nailers nursing this 1-goal lead over the Fort Wayne Comets. That game is in Fort Wayne. Patrick Watling has the only goal of that contest. It was in the final 5 seconds of the first period in that game. And finally, the other scores coming from the Mountain Division. Those games are both underway now. The Rapid City Rush are tied with the Allen Americans. It is 1-1 after 1 period of play. Also after 1 from Utah, it is the 1 seed Grizzlies with a 1-goal lead over the Tulsa Oilers. And that is with, again, after 1 period of play, Utah with the 1-goal advantage. So, Reader, now let's regroup, and I guess it's time to talk overtime. You know, we wish that it didn't happen, but here we are. And if you're Nick Luco and Brandon Maschinter, what do you tell your team in this locker room? This is a very unique circumstance.
Very unique. You don't see it very often here. Just got to get the guys rolling. You got to charge them up and say, hey, listen, you know, nothing's been won or lost yet. Go out there and seize this moment and go out there and do what we were doing here early. I mean, again, you know, the Icemen were kind of on their heels because Atlanta was putting that big push, big surge. They had the extra attacker out there. But, you know, how did the Icemen get here? Well, they were doing what they were doing earlier in this game, and I think that's just got to get back to that. It just becomes 5-on-5 hockey once again. So we'll see how it plays out here, Arlie. But this is really what the message has just got to be. And again, these are all learning experiences for some of these guys. And I don't want to make it sound like the Icemen have just a bunch of, I mean, they have a lot of rookies, don't get me wrong, but, you know, there are a lot of second, third year players. They just haven't been in the postseason yet. So, you know, they've been able to score big goals in other big games, but they'll have an opportunity right now here in this period as well.
Well, if the Icemen score a goal here, I would consider it maybe the biggest goal in Icemen history if they get a goal here in the overtime session in their 5-year history. And to be able to get a 2-0 lead, all the rest of those final 5 minutes of the third period will be gone and forgotten if Jacksonville can find a way to get the next goal. Atlanta's got all the momentum, but Jacksonville has to find a way to squelch that and take advantage of this third period again. Maybe catch Atlanta in a situation where they think that they are just flying high right now. and we'll see if Jacksonville can come away with an overtime victory in this one. All right, we're finally able to take a quick break, so let us do that. We'll come back in a moment and get ready for the start of overtime. Amazing that we're here, but here we are just the same. It is a 4-4 game. We are through 3 periods of play. We'll come back in a little bit and give you overtime here in Jacksonville. At least we will in just a moment. I think we will. I thought I had some commercials up. There we go. We're ready to go. 4-4 going into overtime. We'll have the overtime session in just a few minutes. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 34th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; Athletic Knit, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2022 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Flow Sports, the exclusive streaming provider of the ECHL; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Handbid, the official mobile auction app; Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, official puck provider; My Gray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; Sideline Swap, official online marketplace of the ECHL; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL and title sponsor of the 2000.
Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Icemen action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
Just be positive. Your Community First Mortgage champions make sure you get a great rate, a quick close, and can save you about $3,000 in closing costs. Apply at communityfirstfl.org. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fan Zam, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at jacksicemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Best Bet Jacksonville and Orange Park are open and excited to bring you the best in poker, simulcast wagering, cocktails, sushi, and more. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more information. Best Bet. Experience the best.
The Jacksonville Icemen are always looking to give back to the communities of North Florida. The team offers a ticket fundraising program that many local nonprofits and schools and charitable organizations can take advantage of. The program is simple. Your organization sells tickets to an Icemen home game, and a portion of each ticket purchase will go directly to your cause. This is a fun and easy way to raise money and gain exposure for your organization or school. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or log on to jacksicemen.com.
Just be in control. With free interest checking and great digital tools, Community First makes smarter banking simple. Add an account at justbeyourself.com. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself. Federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome back to downtown Jacksonville. We didn't want a dramatic finish, but we are getting one as we are 4-4 heading to overtime. The Atlanta Gladiators score 3 goals to erase a 4-1 deficit in the final 4:06 of regulation, including the game-tying goal with 1/10 of a second remaining. The goal counts, and here we are, Alex Reed with Arlie Johnson, and the Icemen need to find a way to regroup and start over again. And now it's like a brand new hockey game. Score the first goal of the game, and you win it, and you're up 2-0 in the series.
That's it. I mean, it's a big swing overtime session here. It's going to swing it one way or the other here, and we're either going to be tied at the night's end and a big comeback win for Atlanta, or the Icemen, who controlled a majority of the game, will walk away victorious, as you set up 2-0. So a lot riding here on the line, and we'll see what happens. But again, it's disappointing if you're Jacksonville that, you know, you're still playing, but hey, they still have an opportunity to close this thing out. And we talked about the quick momentum shifts, an overtime win here, even though the fact that Atlanta was able to rally puts that momentum right back in Iceman's favor.
This is not like regular season overtime. No more 3-on-3 hockey, no more shootouts. It's 5-on-5. There will be 20 minutes on the clock. First goal wins. If nobody scores in 20 minutes, we'll have another intermission and a double overtime. That's how it will work. Jacksonville will now skate from our right to our left in their gray uniforms tonight, Atlanta in navy blue. Jacksonville wins the draw. We are underway in overtime. We'll see if the Icemen can get the job done in dramatic fashion tonight. The puck is deep in the Atlanta zone. Travis Howe kicks it loose for Derek Lodermeyer. Centering pass deflected towards goal. Getting a shot off the side of the net was Lynch, as Atlanta plays it off the glass and out. Nesbitt plays it down low behind the Jacksonville net now. Zach Brazola off the end boards for Jacob Panetta. Comes to the left side for Lodermeyer. Lodermeyer safely to center ice. The Gladiators knock it back in. Williams gloves it down for Brazola. He's double teamed. Atlanta gets a steal. Holscher tries to center. Brazola defends on him. Brazola sticking with it. Holscher lets it go for Topadic. The defenseman is in tight. Tries the centering feed, just slipping it wide as Holscher. Stick up high, penalty coming. It's on Jacksonville. It was the right call. The stick was definitely up high. I know the crowd doesn't like it, but it's definitely a penalty on Jacksonville. And we'll see if it's gonna be 2 minutes or 4 minutes. Holscher is holding his hand to the referee. I am fearful that this is gonna be a double minor, and to make it even worse, it's your best face-off man, Derek Lodermeyer, heading into the box.
Yeah, arguably one of your best penalty killers, and there you go. The double-edged sword again strikes here for Jacksonville as their top face-off guy, arguably, and obviously their top penalty killer is going to be out for this penalty kill. See if it's just going to be a 2 or a 4. Arlie, did you see the signal?
2.
So it will be a 2-minute penalty.
The Iceman penalty kill has been sensational tonight, and last night for that matter, but none bigger than this one right here. Can't argue the call. The stick was definitely up in the face of Mitchell Holscher, and Jacksonville has just got to find a way to kill it off and get right back to the drawing board again. But Atlanta has all the momentum. They are feeling great about their comeback just to get it here to overtime. So they are supremely confident right now, and the Icemen need to find a way to be confident themselves in this penalty kill situation. Face-off is to the right of Williams. Atlanta wins it. They'll play it to the slot. Shot from Sylvester is blocked. Rebound comes free to Jacksonville. They'll clear it out. That was monumental, just to get one good clear out and feel good about things right now. So the Gladiators from behind their own net to Pottage for Sylvester. He'll flip it into the left of Williams. Loose in the corner, Jacksonville comes away with it. They turn and cannot fire it out. Topadic holds it in. Atlanta with it, knocking the puck up into the air as Jacob Friend comes loose for the Icemen. Wristing it off glass and out is Craig Martin. So a good kill thus far. Murdaka plays it all the way to center ice. Sylvester looking for Sheen. Sheen takes it to the blue line. He'll flip it behind the Jacksonville net, but it goes over the glass instead. He tossed it too high. Will the faceoff be out of the zone or not? Was Sheen inside the blue line when he threw it into the zone or no?
I think he was. I think he just crossed and launched it in there, so I think it's going to remain in the zone. Icemen certainly are going to lobby that it goes out, but it is not.
Faceoff is to the left of Charles Williams. Luke Lynch on the faceoff against Gabe Gertler. Second power play unit is on now for Atlanta. Lynch loses the draw. It's Atlanta with it. Holscher, wrist shot, goes over the crossbar, redirects all the way to the blue line. Campbell holds it in, trying to play it around the wall. McAvoy with it there, defended by Fortunato. Miscommunication from the Gladiators. It comes all the way out to center ice. McAvoy now defended by Howardchuk. Campbell with a huge hit from Howardchuk as Atlanta clears it in. Jacksonville tries to play it out of the zone. They can't do it yet. Swiping out of this Howardchuk. Atlanta holds the zone though. It's McAvoy all the way to the blue line. Holscher steps into one. Shot is blocked. Comes free to McAvoy. Shot in the screen was blocked. I don't think Williams ever saw it. Gladiators still with it. One-timer. That goes wide. Karam's all the way to Howardchuk, and Howardchuk will bring it the length of the ice. 28 seconds to go on the power play. Good kill thus far. To Potage. Up the middle for Nesbitt. Over the line is Sylvester. He had the game-tying goal in the final second of regulation. To Potage with a shot. Deflected just wide. Comes free for the Gladiators. Sylvester at the right face-off circle. Shot towards goal is blocked by Jacksonville. Comes into the slot. What a block from Jacksonville. Aaron Nazarian with the block. Here come the Icemen. They'll clear it into the zone. Teams are at full strength. What a crucial block from Jacksonville's Aaron Nazarian, as now it's the Icemen trying to pressure offensively. Loose puck, and it belongs to the Icemen. Sanchez around the back of the net. Fortunato pinches in from the blue line. Looking to hold it in. Man down for Jacksonville. No call this time. And the Gladiators come away with the puck. They'll skate with it through center. It is Waugh going wide. Sharp angle shot. Save made by Williams. He lost his strap on his mask again. And hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, I think that
on top of that.
Yeah, I think that one hit him.
Remember, there's an emergency backup for Jacksonville tonight.
Yeah.
He needs to be okay.
Yeah, that one hit Williams. It came up and hit him high, and he immediately fell over.
Oh, this could be just a nightmare situation right now. The Icemen lost Francois Brassard to the American Hockey League tonight. So they are going with an emergency backup right now.
Oh, man. And the emergency backup goaltender this evening is actually one of the Icemen's ice crew, Ryan Lemire.
So Charles Williams being tended to by trainer Jake Reardon.
Oh,
you
man.
couldn't ask for a worse timing on this. Charles Williams with his mask off, up on one knee right now.
Yeah.
Back up on two skates.
Oh, thank goodness there. Just for make sure Charlie was okay. Listen, that was a crisp, hard shot by Waugh, and I think it did skim off that mask.
It didn't
Williams.
Skim. I don't think there was anything skimming about it.
Yeah, it hit the mask. Let's just put it that way. And glad he was able to recollect himself here in this situation. But yeah, he was immediately stunned by that. Listen, they wear these masks, but you gotta take a. It doesn't matter. It's still the impact. It's not going to feel very good here. So they're going to give him a couple minutes here. And I was just kind of doing a little giggle here. I was like, what is going through the mind right now? Emergency backup goaltender Ryan Lemire.
Well, everything that's going on here with Atlanta with a comeback, let's move it to Estero, Florida. An equally impressive comeback. Florida, 2 goals in the final 80 seconds.
Wow.
Have tied the game. Joe Pendenza with 1:20 left in the game. And then Mario Gennaro with 35 seconds left in the game. Florida has also tied the game, and they're going to overtime also. Well, there's 1 second on the clock, it shows, so maybe something happened at 19:59 there,
who
too.
knows, yeah.
Williams is being given all the time in the world to recollect himself. And he is going to stay in there.
And that's what the Icemen were, trying to tell the officials. Like, hey, you're going to have to give him some time here. We don't have, a traditional rostered backup goaltender. I mean, it's an emergency situation. And the only way that, Ryan Lemire could get in would be because, well, the goaltender were to get hurt and could not finish.
Face-off is in the Jacksonville end. Charles Williams is still in there after taking a rocket right off the cage. Jacksonville wins the draw. Here they come. Howardchuk from center ice. Man goes down off the puck, no call. Atlanta 2-on-2 in transition. Williams with a blocker save. Really good to see that. Looks like he saw it well. Atlanta gets it back. Shot blocked in front. It goes behind the net, and the Icemen come away with it. It is Howardchuk Sends it ahead for Harris. Harris has Martin on the right. The Icemen are onside. Martin looking for Hawerchuk. Cannot get the shot away. Behind the play, McAvoy knocked the stick of Jacob Friend out of his hands, well off the puck. And the crowd is imploring for a penalty call, but they're not going to get it.
I mean, he was right there. It was a slash right out of the hand there. I mean, there was no need for Atlanta to do something like that, but they did it. And that's why the crowd was kind of reacting that there was no call in that situation. And, you know, it is one of those things, you know, it's just I sort of thinking that there's been a couple of opportunities where maybe they should have had a power play here in the overtime, but not the case.
Crowd's very anxious right now, looking for the overtime game winner here in the playoffs. Faceoff is in the Gladiator zone. Atlanta pulls it away, but they do not clear. Sanchez for Jacksonville. Into the corner, centering feed goes right in front. Murdaka did not handle it well, but it stays out of the net. Atlanta skates away with it up the near side wall. It's Hugo Waugh getting it free to center ice. He still has possession. Moving on Panetta, drop pass, shot towards goal, deflected wide. Panetta tries to jam at it, working it free for Gerdukis. Gerdukis cannot clear it yet. Graves helping out. Waugh is there as well, and the Icemen finally pull it away behind their own net. They'll play it off the board, still not out. Another turnover. Williams with a stick save on the play. Sanchez tries to clear. He can't do it either. Berzola will give it another try. Up the right wing, it is Aaron Azarian backhanding it out to center ice. Atlanta with some more momentum here. They have carried the play thus far in the overtime. Of course, they had a power play to help them out. Atlanta plays into the Jacksonville zone. Berzola feeds it for Panetta. He'll rim it around for Ian McKinnon. McKinnon back into the Gladiator zone. No icing here. And it's Campbell behind his own net for the Gladiators. Long outlet pass. Nobody home. The Icemen collect it. Sean Giles goes D to D for Fortunato. Cross ice look. Lodermeyer looking for it. Goes to the goal line. It works as well as a clear in, but the Gladiators with a clean breakout. They've got a 3-on-3 the other way. Gertler plays it in deep. Fortunato hit hard from behind, no call again. That could have easily been a boarding call. Fortunato is hurt as the Icemen skate over the blue line. They're onside. Fortunato stays on the ice. Jacksonville has it in the offensive zone. Sheen tries to clear. At the blue line, it's held in. Bouncing puck. Atlanta with it. They do not clear. A steal from Lodermeyer. Lodermeyer centering feed, nobody home. Atlanta will skate out. Drop pass for Sheen. Sheen leaves it for a shot from Atlanta and a deflection out of play. And the faceoff will be in the Jacksonville zone. That was McAvoy who got that shot away. And the Icemen, fans especially, but I think the coaching staff and the players are growing a little frustrated with the officiating here, knowing that they are not getting the calls right now, despite a couple that easily could have gone their way. Faceoff is in the Icemen zone, right side of Williams. Jacksonville wins it. It's Jacob Panetta chipping it off glass. Up ahead to center. Hawerchuk gets by one man, sticks with it. Hawerchuk forehand just over the crossbar. What a great effort there from Ben Hawerchuk, who had 3 overtime game winners in the regular season and nearly added a postseason one to his resume.
Well, he's got 3 of them, as you mentioned, Arlie. He's the guy that has found a way to score in overtime this season, and boy, that was a pretty good shot that he launched off his stick there. Just missing high, though.
Faceoff will be at center ice as the puck went out of play in the neutral zone. They're still showing 1 second left in that Florida-Greenville game in regulation. That is strange. I got to think that by now it's gone to overtime. Atlanta right into the Jacksonville zone. Sylvester with a centering feed deflected by Fortunato just wide of the net, and Martin is able to jam it away and out to neutral ice. Gladiators with it from there. Graves up the wall. Atlanta cannot play it in deep. They get it back at center ice, however. Kicking it into the zone of the Gladiators. The Icemen get it right back to center. And then Atlanta plays it in deep. Took a strange bounce off the stanchions. It landed off the back of the net and comes back to the Icemen and Zach Berzola. It's Craig Martin from center ice. Martin lost the handle, but it comes free to the Icemen. Hawerchuk turns and fires it in. This is going to be icing against Hawerchuk, and he knew it. He was a little too far on his half of the red line for them to give him the neighborhood play there, and the draw will come back to the Icemen zone.
Hawerchuk was in a position there where he had time to, if you didn't have the pass or we didn't like where you were at with it, you could just drop back, skate it back in your zone, regroup, and you'll start the breakout from there. Now it results in an offensive zone draw for the Gladiators.
Brendan Harris on the faceoff for Jacksonville. The Icemen win it. Martin skates with it. He's got Howardchuk with him, a soft loft into the zone. No icing here. That was well played by Martin. Atlanta up the wall, and now a big hit from Howardchuk on Campbell as the Gladiators skated in and will clear it behind the Jacksonville net. Giles golfs it up the right side. It is Gerdukis for Nazarian. Nazarian onside for the Icemen. Nazarian trying to beat his man wide. He'll try to drop it to the blue line. Panetta slap shot. It is deflected into the corner. Held in by Jacksonville. Behind the net's Nazarian. Tries the back pass. Here's Panetta. He's got some space. Shot on goal. Save is made. Rebound is covered by Murdaka as Panetta tried to go short side on Murdaka, trying to finish it off.
Yeah, that was a good play there. You know, Panetta walking in, taking the close shot there. There was an option there for a moment in the slot to maybe dish it out and get a one-timer attempt. But, you know, it's a risky play there. By the time you get there, maybe Atlanta could have tied up that shooter and a chance goes the other way. I think Panetta made the right play there to take it down. Anytime you can walk in on the goaltender like that, you take it. Yeah, there was, and it was the right call because Atlanta did get positioned defensively.
Yeah, just in time they did.
To block that chance for the centering feed in the slot. I believe that might have been Sanchez setting up there.
It was. Faceoff is in the Gladiator zone. Shots on goal in this overtime session, 3-2 in favor of Atlanta. Jacksonville in the offensive zone, but Atlanta wins the draw. They'll drive it up the wall and out. This goes by everybody. Icing against Atlanta, and we'll do it all over again. Derek Lodermeyer up front with Travis Howe and Luke Lynch. At the blue line, it's Jacob Friend and Brandon Fortunato. 12:39 to go in overtime. 4-4 is your score. Game 2 of the South Division semifinals. Jacksonville leads the series 1-0. They're looking to extend that lead. Atlanta, of course, trying to draw even. Another icing here against Atlanta right off the draw. And perhaps a couple of shifts like this. That last shift was great. Maybe another one. And perhaps Jacksonville can wrestle the momentum away. You know, Atlanta had all the momentum going into overtime. If Jacksonville needs to maybe just stem the momentum and stem the tide and then build a little momentum of their own, that could maybe be enough. I think right now it's about at level par, whereas Atlanta had all the momentum prior. Shot on goal from Jacksonville, and Murdaka makes a glove save. And so things are looking a little better and better here for the Icemen.
Yeah, they just kind of get that groove, and as Coach Luco says, that swagger here. I mean, again, they were feeding off all the momentum for the longest time, and it was full out attack. It wasn't until really Atlanta was in that real desperate mode and you know, had the extra attacker out there and was really putting that push where the Icemen kind of lost touch with really what got them there here tonight. So, again, just getting some shots that'll get them thinking, okay, we're not totally being shut out here in the opportunities.
Atlanta wins the faceoff. They'll take it into the offensive zone. Goes to the far side corner. Fortunato shovels it ahead for Nazarian. Nazarian ahead for Gerdukis, 2-on-2. He's got Sanchez with him. The Icemen are onside. Sanchez unable to get the pass away, but he gets it back. Trying to move it around the wall for Gerdukis. The Gladiators step in. Gerdukis gets a piece, but not enough to keep it in. Atlanta clears out. No icing here. Jacob Friend has it in front of his netminder. Indirect feed, looking for Nazarian. He'll deflect in. Gladiators chip it off glass, right back out, and the Atlanta Gladiators still have possession. Good hit by the play. Offside actually called against Atlanta prior to the hit from Jacksonville. And the draw will come out to center ice. Atlanta with the overall edge in shots at 35-27 right now. Atlanta outshot Jacksonville in the third period, 16-3.
Wow.
That is very anti-Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it did not work to their favor. But shots are level here in this overtime at 3 apiece. So perhaps the Icemen have righted the ship. Jacksonville offside. Lodermeyer doesn't like the call at all. It was very close. Perhaps Lodermeyer lifted his back skate before going into the zone. And we learned earlier this year from Director of Officials for the ECHL, Stephen Thompson, that in the ECHL, it's not the same rule as the NHL, where if you have a skate up in the air but on the neutral side, in the NHL it would be onside, but in the ECHL it would still be listed as offside.
It's interesting, isn't it, that little discrepancies like that there in that situation. I didn't know that, you know, until Stephen Thompson was able to provide that information for us.
Williams makes a save from center ice and didn't really have anybody to feed it to. Atlanta came down on him and forced him to cover it up and take the face-off. They are officially going to overtime now, and Estero as well. Two dramatic comebacks in the South Division tonight, but we don't know if either of them will be resulting in victories for the comeback team. Jacksonville, of course, certainly doesn't want it that way here tonight on home ice. Lodermeyer on the face-off. Atlanta wins it, but it comes loose for Jacksonville. Travis Howe will knock it into the Gladiator zone, and it's Greg Campbell moving it up the near side wall for Sheen. He'll redirect into Jacksonville's end. Zach Berzola, right side for Howe, trying to feed Lynch. He'll softly tap it into the Gladiator end. Atlanta gives it up at center ice to Berzola. It's Berzola, good feed to Harris. He's got some space in the zone. Harris with a wrister just over the crossbar. Howardchuk holds it into the corner. Campbell tries to work it free from Harris. It comes up the boards and out to center. And Fortunato has to wait for his teammates to clear the zone before knocking it in himself. Bouncing puck, Jacksonville collects it. It is Martin in the right wing corner, centering pass, Howardchuk, score! Benny! Benny did it! Benny did it! And the Icemen have won in overtime! 5-4, your final score. Jacksonville leads 2-0. And the team erupts and goes straight to Charles Williams, giving him all the hugs for his effort tonight. And Jacksonville, in dramatic fashion, has defeated the Atlanta Gladiators tonight. 5-4, your final in overtime.
Yeah, I couldn't believe how slow Atlanta reacted to that puck when it was dipped into the corner. And Jacksonville was able to take advantage. And Benny Howardchuk, who had 3 game-winning goals in overtime in the regular season, carries over that type of success here in the postseason. The Icemen up 2-0 here in this best-of-7 series, and the momentum back in their corner. So what a wild game here tonight. The fans, you can hear them getting saluted by their team here tonight. Charles Williams, gutsy effort here. Everyone hugging him here tonight after getting kind of really his bell rung with that shot, staying in the game. Staying in the game in overtime. And he might have been playing hurt, we don't know, but you know, he took a pretty good shot with that puck. And with the situation being where the Icemen have an emergency backup goaltender here tonight, he was able to hang on and stay into this game. And a 5-4 victory here tonight. A valiant effort by Coach Pyle and his team to come back. And I'm telling you right now, there is no situation moving forward for Atlanta that they can't come back from. They've done it twice to Jacksonville already this year. And it just goes to show you the veteran collectiveness of this group. But the Icemen, when it looked like things were down, this was a big chapter for this young team. Facing some adversity, you're going to face a lot of that in the postseason, and they faced it here tonight, and they were able to come away with it as Mr. Overtime. Ben Howardchuk coming up with the game winner here, and they're going to announce the 3-star.
The number 3-star from Atlanta, number 16, Cody Sylvester. Your number 2-star from your Jacksonville Icemen with a goal and a couple of assists, number 83, Brendan Harris.
Brendan Harris, 3-point night, unless he factored in on the last goal. We'll update that in a second. I think we have an idea who might
Your
be
number 1 star from your Icemen, an overtime game-winning goal, number 17, Ben Howardchuk.
There he is, Mr. Overtime. I think that nickname's going to start getting going here. 3 in the regular season, 1 in overtime here in the postseason. He's joined down at ice level with Arlie.
Benny, take us through that game-winning goal. How did you see that play develop?
I don't even know. Marty got it in the corner, he threw it out to me in front. I tucked it 5-hole. Still kind of a blur.
An amazing game tonight. Jacksonville unable to sustain a lead late. Give Atlanta credit for that. What was said in the locker room to be able to get you guys to regroup coming into overtime?
Yeah, I think we just told ourselves we're not losing this game. That was basically it. I mean, can't lose a game like that.
And you now have a 2-0 series lead. You have 2 more games at home next Wednesday and Thursday. What do the fans expect to see when we come out here for Game 3, trying to make it an insurmountable 3-0 advantage?
Yeah, we're going to give it our all, you know. It's Friday night. Let's go get some beers, eh?
Anyway, Benny, congratulations on your game winner. Joe, back to you.
Oh, Benny Howardchuk with a message to everybody out there who's an Iceman fan. Go get some beers and enjoy the weekend and enjoy the night. This club is funny. We talk about that resiliency of youth, and the youth right there coming up big, and an amazing fashion here tonight. What a hockey game here, and what a series we got. Another 1-goal game, and Jacksonville, more importantly, still holding serve on the home ice advantage, let's say, with the win here tonight. So right now, they're going to have Game 3 coming up on Wednesday and Thursday of next week as well. That'll bode well for ticket sales. Again, get your tickets online, Ticketmaster.com, JacksIceman.com, or give our Iceman office a call, 904-602-7825, 904-602-7825, as it was a 5-4 victory here tonight for the Icemen. Ben Howardchuk, his first of the postseason, and no bigger than that one, the overtime winner. Well, let's try to recap how we got to this score. As Jacksonville takes a 2-0 series lead here in a wild one. Jacksonville grabbing the first goal of the game, and it was a scoreless first period, so the first goal came at 2:18 of the second period, and it came off the stick of James Sanchez, who tipped and redirected a Sean Giles shot. Brendan Harris with the assist on that tally, and then it would go from there as the Icemen would get another goal at 5:19. Brendan Harris would get a tally here, his third of the postseason, set up by Gernukas and Fortunato, and that would make it a 2-0 Jacksonville lead. Then at 10:28, that 10:28, the Icemen would take a 3-0 lead on Travis Howe. Got the big tally, his first of the postseason, set up by McKinnon. The Bash brothers coming together and connecting on that goal. Fight Club, whatever you want to call them. And it was a 3-0 game at that point. Then Atlanta got a pretty quick, big goal from McAvoy at 13:30 of the second to make it a 3-1 game. And that would be the score heading into the third. Jacksonville would strike again at 9:51 on the power play, no less. And it would be a power play strike. Jacksonville coming up with the big tally. And they were able to get it off the stick of Gernukas, Nazarian, and Harris, getting the assist. 4-1 at that point, but Atlanta would strike on a nice goal by Hugo Waugh, 15:54, to make it even more interesting and keep Atlanta in it, because then they would score at 17:25. Michael Turner in front from Sylvester and Sheen, getting it done to pull the Gladiators within one. And then at 19:59, I guess the initial time after the goal, they only had 1/10 of a second remaining. It'd be Cody Sylvester, the veteran, poking one in. It crossed the line. They would take a look at it. That would tie the game up with 1/10 of a second remaining. First for Sylvester, Waugh and Topatic factored in. We would head to overtime. Could it be Atlanta? Could they do it again? Could they come back to win in overtime after rallying here in this building? Unbelievable. Well, it looked a little menacing at first. They got an early power play on a high sticking call. The Icemen were able to kill off the penalty. Then Charles Williams takes a shot off the noggin there, jolted him pretty good, and he was shaken up. And with an emergency backup goaltender in the mix there, that made it a scary situation. But Williams, he toughed it out, was able to stick into the game, and then Jacksonville would score at 9:12 into this one as Howardchuk would get the game winner on a play set up by Craig Martin. And, it was an interesting play, Arlie, because it almost took forever. It was bizarre. The puck was chipped up off the glass and knocked back, and it went right past an Atlanta player who was just kind of standing there up along the boards, and he didn't really make a play to go get the puck. They allowed it to get behind him deep, and then Martin picked it up, got it over there to Howardchuk, who raced over to get the puck, and then he brought it back in front and stuffed it 5-0 for the goal. There was just this bizarre delay on the defender for Atlanta as Martin chipped it off. There was just like almost no movement and allowed Hawerchuk to go in there and scoop up the puck and skate it right to the top of the crease and stuff it home. However it happened. It happened. Jacksonville as Mr. Overtime. I think we got to call him Mr. Overtime.
Talked about it.
Oh, sorry. I had
We just talked about it.
Mr. Overtime. 3 in the regular season, 1 here in the postseason. Ben Hawerchuk.
Remarkable. Maybe Atlanta felt that because Hawerchuk was about at the goal line extended, that he wasn't a threat offensively, but they don't know Ben Hawerchuk if they don't think that. He's a power forward. He's not a huge guy, but he plays like a power forward. Those power moves, we see that all season long. Maybe Atlanta didn't do enough tape or on something like that, or maybe the defenseman just wasn't thinking that it wasn't in a threatening spot. But if you have Ben Hawerchuk from the goal line extended and he's not being pressured, he's going to take it to net every time. He was able to get all the way across to about the top of the blue paint before he was able to fire one home through the 5-hole. And Ben Hawerchuk gets the job done with a power move all the way across the goal and then slipping in a forehand through the legs of Joe Murdaka. And a game that could have been an absolute disaster for Jacksonville as they allow 3 goals in the final 4:06 of regulation to erase a 4-1 lead. Atlanta ties the game with literally 1/10 of a second to go to send it to overtime. This could have gone completely awry, not just tonight, but you could even make an argument, what happens to this series if Atlanta wins this game in that kind of come-from-behind fashion? Instead, now the tables are turned. Jacksonville somehow rebounds from allowing 3 goals late, including a game tire in the final second, and to be able to rebound like that, that tells me a lot about the character of this Icemen program. And Ben Hawerchuk is the one who ends up being the hero. But this was absolutely a team effort. And I also want to give a nod to Charles Williams. Those last 3 goals that Atlanta scored, none of them are his fault. He played a phenomenal game. Before the final 5 minutes, you're looking at him being the #1 star of this game. And then for him to be able to gut it out for about the final 5 minutes of overtime after taking a laser beam right to the mask with a backup emergency goaltender on the backside of it, and for him to stick it out. And he had to make a couple saves after that as well, and give him a ton of credit. And I'll tell you how much that mattered to the players. When they went to celebrate, they didn't all go straight to Ben Hawerchuk. All the defensemen went straight to Charles Williams and gave him the biggest of hugs.
Travis Howe as well, I think, went over there too, and deservedly so. I mean, Williams was such a trooper here tonight. And, man, I mean, it's just, what a game here. I mean, you had a 3-point performance by Brendan Harris, who, by the way, is, 2 games, 5 points now in 2 games. Obviously, you have Mr. Overtime and Ben Hawerchuk getting the game winner. And then, of course, a great effort here. And, of course, Sylvester had a very strong game for Atlanta, so he gets one of the stars, too. But, man, Williams, I mean, he was unbelievable tonight as well. Very gutsy effort. And that's one that, the players, I love seeing the appreciation there, and the players recognize that Charles Williams was every part of this win, as Ben Hawerchuk was.
So the Icemen go up 2-0 in this best-of-7 series. The next 2 games are here at home as well. Next Wednesday and Thursday. They have the entire weekend off, but they'll be back again. Game 3 Wednesday night here in Jacksonville. Game 4 Thursday night here in Jacksonville. And the Icemen will look to gain a gaping 3-0 series lead on Wednesday evening. That's got to do it for this one. We've got to go, unfortunately. We could talk for another hour here, but we've got to get moving. Jacksonville wins this one in overtime, 5-4 your final score. Ben Hawerchuk, your overtime hero for the Icemen. And Jacksonville leads this best-of-7 series 2-0. Thank you so much to Gemstone Media, of course, our off-ice crew led by Kate Truslow. Alex, for you, phenomenal job as always. For everybody else involved, this is Arlie Johnson saying good night. Once more with your final score. In overtime, a thriller here in Jacksonville. The Icemen get it done. 5-4 is your final score. This is a wonderful night for hockey. We'll catch you again on Wednesday evening.